What up, y'all?
All right, we live.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday, noon Eastern time to talk basketball and the GOAT conversation. We are here like we are always here. We have a great topic again this week as we're going to discuss the big thing with LeBron James mentioning how he could have had the same career if he didn't go to Miami. His legacy would still be the same if he didn't go to Miami. So we have an uproar from LeBron James haters because they believe LeBron James need help to win. So we're going to have another great discussion about LeBron James. The media ran with it. So it's going to be another great show. Shout out to everybody that's already in the comments. Shout out to all of our subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Or you can go ahead and hit that like button, share the content, let everybody know that GOAT James Kingdom goes live every Sunday. So shout out to everybody who's already a part of the platform. Shout out to everybody that's also in our Facebook group. We're growing there every day. Shout out to everybody that's on our TikTok and our Instagram. As you can see, we are going to continue to drop bombs about LeBron James' great career. And it's already been a great season so far. We're having great time watching LeBron James play and everybody else play. Yeah, you're gonna have to mute yourself. Yeah. So what's good, fellas? What up, Brandon?
What's good, everybody?
Yeah, what's good? We got Craig in the building. We got Travis. Travis is having some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Hopefully that fixed it. I'm not sure.
No.
I think. Hold on.
You have to turn your speaker off. Yeah, you have to turn your speaker off, or you have to use headphones. I don't know how it's switched up on your ghetto phone because you're usually on point, Travis.
I'm getting an error message that says that they know there's a problem with this thing.
Yeah. You got echo mic.
Okay.
You got me on, Travis. What up, Craig?
Yo, what's up?
Nothing much, man. And we're here to have a good day. We're here to have a good show, y'all. We're gonna have some fun. I see Twin Man in the comments. Shout out to Ghost 2000, John, GOAT James Kingdom member. Shout out to everybody, man. We are here today, man. We better have some fun. Brandon got some great information for us. So let's let him have it, Brandon. Let's start off the show. Unmute yourself.
All right. So let me go ahead and. So we all heard the talk about LeBron James and how dominant would he have been if he stayed, if he didn't go to Miami. So before I play the clip, Craig and Travis, what are your thoughts on it before I play the clip?
I hate these hypotheticals, man.
True.
If they saying he wouldn't have teamed up with Wade and Bosh in Miami, he would have teamed up with someone else, or Wade and Bosh would have went with him to another team. Because if Wade and Bosh would have went with him to another team, then yeah, he would have still won championships with them. Now, if he went to another team without them, who knows?
No, so that's what I'm saying. Your opinion, based off of what you would thought of, if he just didn't go to Miami, what you think would have happened? All right, let's just say you still would have won.
I think he still have won the championship, just like I think that if Jordan would have stayed, he'd have four-peated. So I see what he won championships without them, so I can believe he'd have won two. So the same way I say he would have won two without Miami, I would say Jordan would have won a four-peat if he didn't retire.
Shots fired. Craig King, baby, shots fired. Okay, so but you do believe he would have joined with Wade or somebody else? He would have stayed in Cleveland, or he would have went somewhere else besides Miami?
I mean, Cleveland wasn't doing nothing to attract nobody. At that time he wasn't recruiting heavy like he is like he did when now, but he would have had to still leave. It wouldn't have been Miami. It would have probably been LA earlier. Who knows? He probably would have teamed up with Kobe.
Well, LeBron did say he was trying to actually get players to come, but no one came.
Come on, he was asking Antoine Jameson. Like, come on, he wasn't getting no real.
Nobody wanted to come. He said he was asking everybody to come, team up with him, but nobody wanted to come.
All right, let's let Travis speak. We got to be silent. So go ahead, Travis.
Am I still echoing, boys?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because are you listening to the show?
No, it's a literally an error that the internet says.
You do have a ghetto phone. It's Android.
It is Android.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to. It's the Android. It's you. It's you. It's an Android phone. They did give us. I don't know if you got the notification, Brandon. They gave us notification that they're having echo issues with Android devices.
Well, let's just be quiet and just let him state what he have to state, and that's all. So if he's talking and we're not talking, it's fine. So go ahead, Travis.
So the question was, would LeBron have the same career if he didn't go to Miami?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't think he would have had the same career. I don't think he'd have as many rings, just because who knows how long it would have taken to put an actual championship team around him. I mean, obviously he got Kyrie and Love over there later on, but I mean, he might have had the same, like, something statistically and whatnot, but I don't think he'd have quite as many rings. Maybe not as many, maybe, a couple less MVPs, but I just think it would have been slightly diminished, but he still would have been statistically a monster.
All right, Ralph.
Y'all came locked and loaded today. What up, Ralph? They came locked and loaded,
yeah,
Brandon.
What up?
They throwing shots left and right. Go ahead. What up, Ralph? What's good, brother?
Not much, man.
All right, so we're discussing, Ralph. We're discussing LeBron James' comments about how he said his career would have been the same whether he went to Miami or not, and obviously the uproar behind it. So what's your thoughts on what the comments was, and you have any hypotheticals of what would have happened if you didn't go to Miami in general?
I mean, it's kind of vague to me because it's like, what does he mean? Like, he would have been the same player though? Like,
did you hear the quote? Do you know the quote?
All right. Well, let me go ahead and play it.
I heard the quote, but I want to get a refresher on it.
All right, so Brandon's gonna play a couple of clips here, y'all. Let's pay attention. Let's hear what he says. Let's see what's going on.
I don't have the what he said in a press conference. I just have what they said on First Take, his quote word for word. So here you go. Let me play it.
This level, no matter if I would have came here or not, let's not get it twisted. The 4 years I was here, it was amazing. I loved everything about it. Loved this franchise. This franchise is top tier. It's one of the best franchises in the world. But as far as my career was going to be my career. And as far as individually, because I know how much I put into the game and I know how much I strive to be as great as I can be. And as far as what I was able to learn, here was second to none. That's for sure.
All right.
Yeah, he said individually. So he's just basically saying he would have still had the accolades individually had he didn't. That begs to show he wasn't talking about championships. He was talking about his individual career.
Well, because I heard him saying, he said he would most likely have less titles. He said, but he would be just as dominant. And I think even when Bali repeated that Shannon Sharp wasn't able to really comprehend and Stephen A wasn't really to comprehend, they started talking about 2011 for some odd reason. That's what they all go back to, 2011. But LeBron would have more points. He would have more rebounds, more assists by this time if he didn't go to Miami, because it was more of a team basketball. It wasn't just LeBron doing everything like he was doing prior. Because prior to he came, he was MVP of the league. Like, LeBron was just as dominant. And I know they like to talk about 2011, but he had to take a huge step back so he could actually, become the player that he actually became by taking that step back. But LeBron James, without Miami, I think he would just be just as dominant. Yeah, he would just be just probably be more dominant as a individual player.
And that's why I said if Wade and Bosh would have went with him to another team besides Miami, then he would have still won the championships.
I don't think they're speaking up on that. I think it's more so of like him. It's not really a comment on Bosh or Wade. Like he's saying, like, if he would have not went there, he would be. I think statistically, yes, he still would have put up the numbers. I think that that extra, that another level that he got from Miami, I don't think he would have probably learned that later on into his career than that much sooner.
I don't know what he could have learned, but other than playing with better players.
Nah,
What did he learn?
he learned more on how to like take his game to another level to where it's like it started to reflect on winning championships.
I forget
Because he had
his
players around
best
them to actually do
season.
things.
He had his
It wasn't
best season
because
on the Heat.
like he
No,
had other players around him to actually do things on the court. That's why his play was better.
No,
You play with better players,
Nah,
things
his
going to improve for yourself.
his translation got better.
No, I agree with Brandon there, but I think what people are missing about the Miami culture is which is really the conversation. It's Miami culture, right? He came down here. It's Pat Riley. It's Dwayne Wade. It's the Heat were champions. Dwayne Wade was a champion. They know how to win.
5 years prior.
Yeah, I know. They taught LeBron how to win. Blah 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 blah. I believe what LeBron learned in Miami, what a franchise that's dedicated to winning looks like. Being in Cleveland, he didn't see that. Being in Miami, he knows now, the GM and the scouts and everybody, they're really doing their job. They're held accountable, not just the player. That's what he learned in Miami, how to be held accountable, how to hold other people accountable. He didn't know how to do that in Cleveland because he's in Cleveland. Everything was on him. Everything fell on him. Why is it on LeBron to drag players to Cleveland? Why does LeBron have to tell any player, yo, come play with me in Cleveland? Why you don't have the right scouting? Why you don't have the right everything so that you can develop a winning culture in your own team? So that's what he learned. To me,
Cleveland didn't want to win. They was more so they just loved the fact that they was making money off of LeBron. They didn't care about winning.
Yeah, but as far as LeBron James skill wise, everything like what Ralph's talking about, him taking it to the next level, he already did that. He already knew how to do that.
He was MVP of the league, first team, all defense. The dude was great.
Yeah, matter of fact,
he would have got that without Miami.
He still would have won MVPs. Yeah. He still would have won MVPs. And matter of fact, LeBron James would have won Defensive Player of the Year 2 times.
I mean, he would have been. He would have won MVP the following year if he didn't go to Miami. The reason he didn't win MVP and Rose won it because Rose didn't put up the stats LeBron did 2010. It wasn't close.
LeBron would have won a Defensive Player of the Year between 2011 and 2014 at least once if he would have stayed in Cleveland. That is a fact. They didn't give it to him because of what he did in Miami. He was vilified ever since that I'm taking my talents to South Beach comment. From there, LeBron became the world's most hated individial. That's it.
So much they gave him a 2-time MVP back-to-back season.
MVP is different from Defensive Player of the Year. It's a different
Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know.
They hated so much.
I'm not going to make any comment on that.
Yes,
there's no way he would have won Defensive Player of the Year twice in a row.
Yes, he would have won. He would have won.
He should have won it 2 times in a row.
No, he shouldn't have.
It would have won 2 times in a row. How that team?
He was the most dominant defensive player 2 years in a row. They gave it to
what is
that? Second team. Travis, come on, man. I'm talking. Like they gave it to a second team all defensive players. And LeBron was the leading vote. The coaches said LeBron James was the best defensive player on the court.
They didn't give LeBron James Defensive Player of the Year because the idea was LeBron James is about to ring up championships. He's in Miami. We're not about to just let him have Defensive Player of the Year, MVPs. No, he's going to have to earn more. You're going to have to prove us more. And that's why he said, forget it. I'm not doing this anymore with you guys. I'm not doing it with the media anymore. It got so bad they had to change how they vote for the all-defensive team because of LeBron James, which that's how bad the narrative was for LeBron James being in Miami. So him not going to Miami would have never vilified him. And he would have got the respect due for playing on both sides of the ball. And we would have definitely seen a Defensive Player of the Year on LeBron James, plus the 2 MVPs. If not 3 straight MVPs, because I don't think Dwayne Wade goes back to Miami without LeBron, and I think he goes to Chicago. And because he goes to Chicago, he is going to be competing for the MVP with LeBron James, but LeBron James will still have the Cleveland Cavaliers at a high rate, and he would win the MVP because he would probably average 30. He would go ham.
I agree with the MVP. Like, if he was on Cleveland, I do agree with the MVP. The deploy, I don't know.
I mean, the coaches said the guy was the best defensive player in the league 2 years in a row.
The media
Because the
didn't want to
coaches
give
say
it
it
to him.
don't.
What you're talking
Let's
about.
let Travis speak. Let's be silent for a second. Go ahead, Travis.
Well, I mean, I agree with the MVP thing, but I mean, I don't know what measurements we're using to say that he would have been DPOY. I get it, like that was a weird all defensive team selection, but Marc Gasol had him beaten virtually every defensive metric that year that he won. There's no question about that. He had him beat.
He did not.
Sure, he did. He had him beat everything except for I believe it was like steals. Blocks plus minus, defensive blocks plus minus, blocks per game.
We went through this. None of that makes you defensive player of the year. We showed you players that won defensive player of the year that had none of those categories.
Oh, wait, okay.
In 2012, those same categories, LeBron was over Tyson Chandler, and Tyson Chandler got it. You guys are using metrics that have nothing to do with why they voted for the award. They didn't vote for Marc Gasol because of his defensive metrics.
Okay.
Hold on.
The thing is, they talk about defensive metrics and how Marc Gasol was better than LeBron James, but in Tyson Chandler, when he won it, LeBron defensive advanced stats were superior to Tyson Chandler. But they say they go back to stats.
Yes,
Tyson
Ralph,
Chandler
had
better defensive stats. And then you go back to LeBron James, his stats were better than Marc Gasol. Like which one are we using? We're using stats or are we using advanced stats? Regular season averages or advanced stats? Like what are we using? Like I'm confused.
Ralph, matter of fact, Ralph, this is before you started joining our show. This is when Young Miami used to be on and get exposed because he was arguing with us the same way.
Let's not go there.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you. No, I'm just letting you know.
Not the subliminal name, though.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. Listen, it is fine. You don't have to defend him. He has enough people to defend him. You don't have to be a part of that crew. You can,
I just don't want
you can not take one for the team this time, Ralph. I'm giving you the permission to not take one for the team.
Giving me permission? I'm never gonna take one. We're not doing that.
But I'm just saying, we already did this. We did the same thing. We even showed the metrics from when Michael Jordan won it in '88. He didn't have the metrics in '88 compared to, even though the stats didn't exist then. Because that's the whole point. The Defensive Player of the Year award is an award that arrived during the new media in the '80s. They didn't even know how to vote for it. They gave it to guards the first 5 out of the first 6 seasons because of steals. They thought it was an award that should go to guards, and then they all of a sudden they changed their mind and said, "Well, no, it needs to go to big men." And then from there, the big men started winning it every year.
So I'm curious. Is like, I don't know off the top of the head in 2012, like what was the defensive metrics for Tyson Chandler, and what was it for LeBron? Like, what was his defensive box plus minus? What was his defensive win shares? What was that?
Well, I could tell you. I could tell you now. 2012 defensive rating. Tyson Chandler was 153rd. LeBron was 21st. Defensive box plus or minus. Tyson Chandler was 113th. LeBron was number 1. Defensive win shares. Tyson Chandler was 64th. LeBron James was 2nd. Defensive rank, rebounds per game. Tyson Chandler was 17th. LeBron was 18th. Steals per game rank. Tyson Chandler was 61st. LeBron James was 3rd. Blocks. Tyson Chandler was 18th in the league, and LeBron James was 41st in the league.
This the lockout season.
And you know what? Was the
2012.
You know the excuse was? The excuse was supposedly Tyson Chandler gave the Knicks a better defensive rating than LeBron's team, and that's why he won it. So again, y'all find any reason to say it, but we all know it's a subjective award. And LeBron being on Miami, knowing that everybody was expecting him to win 4, 5, 6 championships, they were like, well, if you're going to get Defensive Player of the Year, you have to earn it. Because that's what they did to him. And that's why he was like, I'm done with it. I'm just going to do what I do best and leave it at that. Because he was supposed to be on all defensive team 2015, 2016, and 2017, and they didn't put him on the team.
I think 2017 LeBron finished 5th in the defensive player of the year, and he didn't make all NBA. But okay, so
all defensive, you mean?
All defense, yeah.
Yeah, he made all NBA. He didn't make all defense.
No, I mean all defensive.
Yeah, all defense.
So 2013, Marc Gasol defensive rebound rank was 32nd in the league. LeBron was 15th. Defensive totals rank, Marc Gasol was 29th, LeBron was 16th. Steals per game rank, Marc Gasol was 56th, LeBron James was 12th. Steals total Marc Gasol 65th, LeBron James 12th, blocks per game. Marc Gasol was 13th, and LeBron James was 37th in the rank. But like we said, the advanced stats went to Marc Gasol because he played on a better defensive team. Tony Allen was actually the best defensive player on that team. But since Marc Gasol was on the court with him, his advanced stats were really high. So either way you want to slice it, LeBron James was better defensively than Marc Gasol and Tyson Chandler in those 2 years.
Marc Gasol wasn't even the best defensive player in his position.
He wasn't the best defensive player on his team. Arguably, that's why he was second team. Both of them. Neither one of them was better than Dwight Howard defensively. And they were second team because of Dwight Howard's the best defensive center in the league. But they got defensive player of the year.
Wasn't Dwight Howard on the Lakers in 2013? No. I don't think it was him. I think it was Joakim Noah. In 2013, I think Joakim Noah was the all defensive.
Okay, Noah. Okay. Yeah, but I know 12. It was Dwight Howard. Yeah, 12 was Dwight Howard.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, listen, we're not trying to go too far into this because again, the real conversation is the whole thing with Miami and him. Like he said, it was individual. It was an individual.
Yeah, individual. Yeah, he even said the titles may have been less, but still, Miami for the 4 years prior, they didn't make it out the first round, and when he left, they didn't make the playoffs. Same like this notion that LeBron James learned how to win. LeBron James scored 45 points in Game 7 versus Boston and almost beat them in the playoffs. He did not need Dwayne Wade that year, but somehow he needed him, with Miami. And the thing with 2011, we already discussed that. Johnny think it was a culture thing. I definitely think it was a Dwayne Wade thing. Why LeBron James performed the way he did.
Why was it a Dwayne Wade?
I mean, Dwayne Wade got up in LeBron's face in Game 3. He got up on the podium stating that he's been here before. He knows how to win these games, and things have to go through him. So LeBron James took a complete step back, and they completely took LeBron out of the offense because of Wade. They made LeBron strictly a point guard in that series. He just didn't perform well because he was out of character. And it was all because of Miami, and things changed the following year because they knew Dwayne Wade was not going to be the player to carry them to a title. It had to be LeBron James.
King John. Marc Gasol did make an all defensive team. That was the only year Marc Gasol ever made an all defensive team was in 2013 when he won defensive player of the year. That was the only year. So that's it. But again, the whole Miami thing. We talked about the 2011 before. It was we can have a whole show about it again, but we're not going to do that today. It's not about 2011. It's about LeBron James and how he said, "I strive to be great," and he showed y'all that he did it. He's the greatest ever played. He didn't need Miami to be the greatest ever played.
He basically say, "I would just be just as dominant if I didn't go to Miami," which is, I don't know how we could say that's not true.
All right, but before you go to the next clip, Brandon, I want to ask you. I'm gonna go around. If he didn't go to Cleveland, if he didn't go to Miami and he didn't go to Cleveland, where else would LeBron went? What do you think, Craig?
I mean, it was back then. There wasn't that many good teams. All the good teams didn't have the cap space to sign him.
No, there were teams.
So it was Cleveland or Miami,
Chicago, Cleveland, and Miami. Those was the picks.
New York
was out of it. New York was out of it.
New York
was not out of it.
New York was out of it. He said
New York fumbled the bag. Let's let Travis in. Travis, where do you think LeBron would have went if he didn't go to Cleveland or Miami?
That's tough to say. Like I said, I don't know exactly what the cap space was of those teams, but I mean, he probably would have definitely wanted to go to a competitor. I mean, around that time, you could have maybe had. I don't want to say Chicago, but who knows? It's up in the air. I mean, I think Miami. Miami really wanted him. I don't think the Lakers was out of the question because they were starting to get into a rebuild because of all their injuries, but. It's tough to say. I think it's tough. I really don't know. Besides Miami, because Miami turned out to be a great choice. So,
all right. Ralph, what about you, Ralph?
I think if it wasn't neither one of those teams, it would have been Chicago for the fact that you had a young Derrick Rose there. They had great pieces there. They had the cap space to actually sign him because they still had Joakim Noah there. They had Luol Deng, which he was still a good defensive player, and also he was a good second option on that team. I think that would have been the team that he probably would have chose, in my opinion.
There's no GOAT debate if LeBron goes to Chicago. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Brandon, what do you think, Brandon? What do you think, Brandon? Where he would have went if it's not?
But
Miami?
a logical spot that would have been the case because you got to remember D Rose. What was it, like his third year? He was 21. Yeah, so third
year. I think.
Yeah, so like he was. Year. I think that would have been illogical.
I don't even know. I think he might have just would have stayed if he didn't go to Miami.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no GOAT debate.
I think he would have stayed.
Chicago.
Yeah, I don't think he goes to Chicago, even though Chicago would have had the cap space.
You ain't getting 6 in Chicago. Ain't no
unless
they had two spots.
Yeah, unless he was gonna go with Wade, because I do believe that's where Dwayne Wade was gonna go. I think if the Dwayne, that's why the whole Heat coaching thing was funny because I believe we almost lost Dwayne Wade if it wasn't for LeBron. He actually saved the whole culture.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron cared about the GOAT debate in year 7. I don't think I really cared if he went to Chicago. It's just something that wasn't really talked about. I mean, they say that now, so it don't really matter.
It would have been worse.
Now, it would have been bad. I think he would have got. I think it was like he's really trying to be Jordan now. You're wearing his number.
Like, Jordan got 6 on the Bulls. LeBron got you 2 on the Bulls.
I mean, it's the same thing now, so it don't really matter where he went to Chicago.
All right, so you got any more clips, Brandon?
Oh yeah, so I just got the Gilbert Arenas clip that he was talking about it.
Yeah, bring it up. I want to talk about Gilbert Arenas. My boy Gil's always on point with
this Miami thing to solidify my career.
They needed him. He didn't need Miami. They needed him.
So you don't think like the Heat culture, all that stuff?
What is the Heat culture?
Dwayne Wade and his championship before he got there. The championship that D Wade won.
Oh, because they traded for a generational player by the name of Shaquille O'Neal, brought in Gary Payton, brought in all these other players to build with Dwayne Wade so they can win a championship. That's what the Heat culture is, because all their championships was bought with generational players. They wasn't building nothing. They didn't build a team. They bought a team. They bought Shaquille O'Neal, Gary Payton, and all them. And then the next championships they won, they bought LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Mike Miller and Ray Allen. They bought that.
So this Heat culture now is new.
Oh, I can tell you what the Heat culture is.
Like, when did it start?
The notepad is out. Before LeBron got there.
He said it was bought.
It wasn't bought? Those players was inherited?
Because if you can say that about them, you can say that about all the teams that actually
he's champions. When you're talking about Heat culture, then Heat culture should look like Golden State culture.
Why should it? And then it wouldn't be Heat culture.
Because it
would be Golden State culture.
No, what I'm saying is they drafted those players and built them. Right? You're pretending you're building these players because before LeBron got there, first round loss. It says 15-67. First round loss. Then LeBron and the crew came, and then they went to the championship, and then they won a championship, and then they won a championship, and then they went to the championship. LeBron left. Wade and the Heat culture and Bosh is still there. No playoffs. Did he take the Heat culture with him? Did he take the Heat culture with him when he left? Because they didn't make the playoffs. 33-49, no playoffs. LeBron went to a team that didn't make the playoffs, and they went to the finals. So where LeBron went, when he went to Miami, they won the finals on a struggling team. Then he comes to Cavs, they went to the championship. Won a ring a year later.
So Cavs culture.
Won a ring later.
So
only he
LeBron
left.
culture.
Only he left, and they were in last place the following year.
This is extraordinary information he's dropping on us, everybody.
Yeah. And then if you
Oh my God, that is great. And at the end, he said, "This is LeBron love." Whenever you drop facts about LeBron, y'all, you have to be a fanboy. It's because you love him. It's not because it's facts. It's not because you're objective. It's because you love him for some reason. All right, Willie, we heard you. Gilbert said Jordan's to go on FYF. Yeah, great, thanks. And on Dream Pros, yeah, okay, thank you for reporting that for us, sir. Go ahead, Brandon. My bad. Go ahead, Brandon.
All right. Well, that's just what I've been saying for, a few years about, Miami and LeBron. Miami wasn't that good of a team. They couldn't make out the playoffs. I mean, out the first round, they just was not a dominant team. Dwayne Wade couldn't get them out the first round. Yeah, he got them out the first round like 5 years prior when they had Shaq, who was still putting up big numbers. But, when LeBron came there, it was different. LeBron changed that franchise around. I mean, went to the finals 4 straight years, won 2 of them. Then after that, Dwayne Wade, he was older at that time. I think Dwayne Wade's last dominant season was 2012 anyways. But then again, it's the same thing I've been saying over and over again, what Gilbert Arenas said.
Look how you praising these 90s plumbers. I love it here. This episode is a great episode. Let's give it up for the 90s players. Let's give it up for these players who couldn't win shit in the 90s, but somehow became champions in the 2000s. Let's give it up for them.
Who's that? Who's that?
Gary Payton. Shaquille O'Neal.
Who said they were plumbers?
Oh, they think that's Jordan's competition. They are plumbers who couldn't win shit. That's all I hear.
I remember I heard Shaq was in his young and Gary Payton was young. That's about all.
How Gary Payton was in his 6th season when he lost to Jordan?
Yeah, but Gary Payton was in his
4th season, like 3rd or 4th season. He came in 92.
And Gary Payton was in his 17th season.
Hold on. We're not going to sit here and lie. Gary Payton was not driving no damn 1989.
So
come on now.
He was drafted in 1990, right? 1991.
92, I believe.
No, he was. Hold on.
He was drafted in 91.
No, he was drafted in 91. I think he was drafted before Shaq. Shaq was 92. But it don't matter. Craig's little nonsense about plumbers. That whole Heat team, like I always told y'all,
make any sense.
Listen, like I always say,
Wade won a chip with Shaq. LeBron couldn't. That's if y'all want to put it like that. Shaq was the end all be all. LeBron had Shaq.
I mean, Shaq won three titles before Miami. What are you talking about? Shaq won 3 titles before Miami.
Listen,
we just gonna ignore Shaq's whole entire career. Just gonna ignore Shaq's whole entire career.
With LeBron?
He won 3 titles before Miami.
Team up with LeBron?
Again.
He was the same age as what? Dennis Rodman when Dennis Rodman teamed up with
Gary,
Jordan in Chicago?
Gary was drafted in 1990.
Now you don't want to use averages? What was he averaging, Craig?
What are you talking
Gary
about?
Payton was
No.
Gary Payton was drafted in 1990.
What was Shaquille O'Neal averaging when he was with LeBron James?
What, like 13 points?
Oh, so that was what he was doing with Dwayne Wade?
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just
answer my question.
Was a lie?
Answer my question, Craig. Did he do this? Did he average 13 points per game with Dwayne Wade?
Did I lie? What I said, did I lie? Did I?
In the finals, he did.
Yeah, you lied. You said that Shaq was the same Shaq.
I said Wade won a ring with Shaq and LeBron.
That's not the same Shaq.
That's
not the same Shaq. The same way the 96 Gary Payton is not the same as 2006 Gary Payton. Yes, you just lied. You lied. Okay. It's not the same Shaq.
Oh, well, Gary Payton was.
You compared the league leading rebounder to Shaquille O'Neal averaging 13 points per game and 6 rebounds. That's what you just did.
What did I say? Did I say was a lie? Did Shaq not win with Wade and not with LeBron?
That's not the same player. You make it seem like it's the same player.
ID number or something?
It's not the same player.
I mean, that's like saying
Did I-
Jordan
did I
couldn't
Shaq
win.
was-
That's
Did
that's,
I
that's
lie?
Shaq was
Did
all
I lie?
NBA.
Are you calling
Shaq
me a
was
liar?
yes. You are a liar.
All right, so put what I say and call me a liar.
That is a liar.
that's like saying Michael Jordan couldn't win with Rip Hamilton, but Ben Wallace could. You know, it's just
It's
ridiculous.
facts. He couldn't.
It's
It
just
didn't
ridiculous.
happen. What the fuck?
It's just a ridiculous comment.
It didn't happen. That's not
Gary
a lie.
Payton
It
was
didn't happen.
drafted in 1990, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I said. 91 or 90.
6
knew it was in the
seasons, like
90s.
I said. Fuck.
No, but what's it called? Again, the Miami Heat was exactly what he said. The Heat culture was never built by rookies. Pat Riley doesn't like playing rookies. He don't like starting rookies. He never liked it. He never wanted to start Dwayne Wade. He never wanted to start Caron Butler. He never wanted none of those guys. That's why he went and got Lamar Odom. The Miami Heat franchise have always done that. As soon as he got his papers as the Miami Heat president, he went and got Lonzo Mourning. Gave Lonzo Mourning the biggest contract in NBA history at the time. So Shaq came out right after him. Then he went and got Tim Hardaway, Jamal Mashburn. Who else? Eddie Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like those are all players the Miami Heat would get that y'all would say Heat culture and all that stuff. Heat culture is not winning. Heat culture is working hard, putting your nose down, coming into work every day, being a professional, being in shape. They made Shaq go from 400 pounds to 300 pounds. That's how serious the Heat culture is. They suspended Antoine Walker after winning the championship because he came in out of shape the next season. That is the Heat culture. Being a professional basketball player, coming in, knowing that you're going to work hard in your game, and they're going to give you a chance if you do that. But the Heat culture is not about winning and, like he said, building and drafting. Dwayne Wade was lucky. Dwayne Wade was very lucky he had that roster. I keep telling y'all that. They went and got Lonzo Mourning. They went and got Antoine Walker, Gary Payton, Jason Williams, Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, that's 5 serious players that you're adding to a roster to win a championship.
They've been doing that since the 90s, though.
They fired their coach. And they fired their coach. And they fired their coach so that they can win a championship to put Pat Riley back.
He's been doing that since they've been inception.
No, they didn't. Because after because after Pat Riley stepped down the second time, he never did it again. Spoelstra's been our coach ever since. We've only had since Pat Riley's been on the Heat. We've only had 3 coaches: Pat Riley, Van Gundy, and Spoelstra.
No, I'm talking about the players. They've been signing players from. Remember, they got Tim Hardaway. They got Tim Hardaway, Alonzo Mourning, Mashburn.
Yes.
They had a squad.
Yeah, Mashburn. That's what I'm saying. Dan Marley.
Pat Riley was the coach, right?
Yeah, he was the coach. He was the GM. That's why he left the Knicks, because he told the Knicks he wanted to be president of operations, and they told him
they wasn't giving that a coach.
Exactly. That's why he sent him the facts.
We're gonna stop throwing shots at my Knicks.
But that was stupid. He just led them to the finals, and I would have gave him a GM job.
But he didn't. But they did it, and he sneaked his way out of New York. He snuck his way out of New York because Mickey Arison said, "I'll give you the keys to the city." And ever since then, he built a team not by drafting, but by, like what he said, by buying, by getting free agents.
That's a smart move.
No, I mean that's what all teams do. I mean, he said that's why McCants was funny. He said you gotta say for all teams. Yes, that's what I've been telling y'all. It's been like that for all teams. Didn't Isaiah Thomas say Michael Jordan ran and got half of his roster in the late 90s? Was it Robert? Was it Edwards, John Sally, Rodman, all on the Bulls winning championships?
Those are trades.
Huh?
Yeah, they ran. Joe, we're gonna get Robert Parrish.
Yeah, I know Rodman was a trade, but still, they went and got those players approved
the
by
only
Jordan.
person he had input on was Rodman. Them other 2 was just fill up roster spots.
No, that's fine. They helped win. Somebody had to keep Michael Jordan in check in '97, and that was Parrish.
It was who?
Maybe Shaq did that.
Robert Parrish.
That was nasty.
Yo, Robert Parrish don't play. Robert Parrish, I got things. Bitch, you ain't gonna talk to me like these boys.
All of you.
Yeah. Yo, man. I'm just saying, y'all. The Heat culture, I love Miami Heat to death. I get it, but trust me, without Shaq or LeBron James, we have no championships. None at all.
Well, you just point that Cleveland wasn't get. Well, they did get Shaq, but they
got him through a trade.
They got Shaq. Wait, they got Shaq after the Heat had the worst regular season of the 2000s.
But Shaq
No
they
team,
won
no
the most
team lost.
games with
I don't
Shaq
think-
on the
Hold on, y'all made the playoffs
They
before
won
y'all got Shaq.
66
What you talking
games
about?
with Shaq.
No. Listen, we
Couldn't
again,
win 16
Rob, we went
games
through this, Rob.
in May.
We won like 42 games in 2004. That's because we had Lamar Odom, Caron Butler. I think we had like Rayford Austin. We had, I think, Brian Grant. I believe we had a decent roster. It was good enough to be mid-range. I think we was like the 5th seed.
Yeah, that's when Dwayne Wade started to be like really.
Yes, no, that's because people
coming to his own.
That's because people only watch the playoffs. During the regular season, he didn't come in his own. He hurt his injury. He had an ankle
No,
injury.
it started in the playoffs.
Yeah,
And
the
then
playoffs.
Dwayne Wade just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because again, Pat Riley and them never liked playing rookies. Dwayne Wade was a rookie. It was Lamar Odom's team.
Shit, he was the 3rd pick. He better.
He just went off because he hit that shot against Charlotte. He hit that shot against Baron Davis.
What season is this?
This is 2004. The 2004.
Oh, his rookie year.
2004.
His rookie year.
His rookie year. What he averaged like 12 or 13 or something like that.
That's 16. What I'm saying. He wasn't the man of the team.
Something like that.
That's what I'm saying. The next season they got Shaq, and they won 59 games, and he averaged 20-some points per game.
So y'all
that's when everything changed.
But hold on, didn't Dwayne Wade average like 24 that year
in Cleveland?
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he averaged 20-something points in 2005, the next year.
Yeah, because
they added Shaq. They added Shaquille O'Neal at his prime.
I mean,
Shaq came in there averaging 24 and 10. All NBA first team.
Shaq was at the end of his prime during that time, yeah.
24 and 10. 2005 was 24 and 10, all NBA first team. 2006, 20 and 10, all NBA first team. Shaquille O'Neal. Then it was 2007. They got swept in the first round. They made the playoffs in 2007. Got swept in the first round by Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
That next year, Dwayne Wade and the Heat had the worst record. They traded Shaq away to Phoenix, and then Shaq played a season in I think he played a season and a half in Phoenix, and he ended up in Cleveland in 2010. That was when Shaq was completely out of his prime, where he couldn't even make a spin move.
That was Shaq from last year.
They won more games.
They
won more games without Shaq the year before. They won 66 games in 09 and only won 61 games in 010. So they lost more with Shaq. And they added
Jordan on and went 60
games. And they added Antoine Jameson.
You know what happens when Jordan teams win 60 games?
No, yeah, Jordan had an all NBA and an all defensive teammate.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
60 wins for a Jordan team is championship. 60 wins for a LeBron team is a second round. No,
yeah, exactly. But listen, like I said, LeBron James doesn't go to Miami. He doesn't get the vilified title named over him. People have more sympathy for him. They'll say he's in Cleveland. He has to figure out a way, but they'll give him all the accolades and everything because the rings are not going to be there. So they're not going to be worried about the rings. The rings was a problem in Miami because if he does win not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, and has 4 or 5 MVPs, 2, 3 defensive player of the years, 30,000 points, it's over for Mike.
The Heat had his name retired on the Heat right next to Jordan's.
That's what I'm saying. That's what everybody was thinking when he was in Miami. Nobody thought he was leaving in 2014. I didn't think he was leaving in 2014. My brother sent me a picture of LeBron James' family moving, and he was like, yo, he's leaving. And I was like, oh, he's not leaving Miami. They just bought another house. He was like, no, he's leaving Miami. There was pictures of LeBron James had a whole moving service in front of his house. They had pictures of it. And everybody was like, he's out of here. He's not coming back. And he didn't come back. He didn't talk to Pat Riley. He didn't do nothing. He talked to Wade, and that was it. I'm out.
Yeah, he's like, yo, you gonna retire Jordan jersey and not mine? Y'all bug it. I'm out of here, man.
Yeah. Mind you, I saw Jordan's jersey get retired. He looked horrible at that age, and LeBron looked great when I went to see him the other night.
Jordan never played for the Heat. That's more impressive.
That's
your jersey retired on a team you never played.
That's
for.
fine.
That's some ghost shit, man.
That's not. They also hold on, wait. Miami Heat also retired. What's his name's jersey? Dan Marino. So.
Well, Dan Marino
never beat the Heat in a playoff game. Jordan did.
That's fine.
That's
a different sport.
Jersey retired on a team.
Don't worry. When my boy got his jersey retired in 3 different
Jordan
arenas,
beat the Heat so bad they had no option but to retire his jersey.
How did he beat the Heat so bad? Well, he's an expansion team. He beat all those expansion teams.
Yeah, good players then too. Don't do that.
Yeah, expansion teams.
Glenn Rice was nice.
Yes, but Jordan had better players.
Yeah, Harold Miner. Yeah, had a baby Jordan couldn't get it done.
Why? Because he won a slam dunk contest?
They called him the next Jordan.
Yeah, because the slam dunk contest is what Jordan was known for. It's dunking, not winning.
Oh, so it's not about the 6-0. I'm glad you mentioned it.
It's not, because in '92 when Jordan was the GOAT, he wasn't 6-0. He was 1-0.
Not that.
It's never been about winning with Jordan.
No, when Harold Miner won
that was prior.
When Harold Miner won the slam dunk contest, it was '92.
Oh, you talking about when he won the?
Yeah,
Isaiah Ryder won it in '92. He didn't play to what? He won the following '94.
You sure it was? Nah, it wasn't that late. I was in elementary school when he won it.
Yeah, because I remember
Harold Miner won in '94
finals, and Harold Miner
came. You sure it was No, I was in elementary school. I wasn't in elementary school.
Well, Harold Miner won it twice.
No, the first time he won it when he did the dunk.
Yeah.
First one. Which one? What year was that?
Yeah, I forget. I'm gonna look it up. But the only thing I
know. No, it was '91. I remember I was still living.
93 and 95.
I told you 93.
Okay,
he wasn't drafted. He was.
So he won in 90. Okay, I thought
93 and 95 with some weak dunks.
All right, so Jordan had 2 championships. Then he was 2-0.
Yeah.
See, I just be making up numbers in your head, man. I thought y'all.
No, I thought it was 92. I was again, like I told y'all, like I always tell y'all, you don't remember what you ate last week, but y'all gonna remember 1996 all the time.
Well, you old. So
we talk about
1996.
Who won the that? Kobe won in '96.
Talking about.
Right?
No, 97.
Kobe won in '97.
97.
Yeah. Was it Brent Berry?
Brent Berry won.
Yeah, Brent Berry. Yeah, that's when he was with the Clippers and he jumped from the free throw line.
Yeah, he did.
He did it in a jumpsuit.
Damn, so
he wore his jacket and did.
So Harold Miner won it in '93. Okay, wow. So that definitely changes my whole chronological history in life. Oh my God.
He actually won it before Jordan won a title in '93. So you was right. Jordan only won 2 at that time.
No, I know that, but in my mind, I thought by '93 I was living somewhere where I wasn't living, so I was still living at a certain time in my life in '93. Because I remember when he won it, I remember everybody went crazy. It was here in Miami. I could have swore it was earlier than '93, but I guess it was 1993. That's crazy. That was 30 years ago. Wow.
Old ass.
Yeah, I was 10. I was 10 years old. Like I said, I was 10. Damn. Yeah. And we were lucky to be able to watch it because, we had only one television. If grandma didn't want to watch TV.
I was 9 years old, so.
If grandma didn't want to watch TV, we wasn't watching the game. So we was lucky.
Yeah, that's the time where, real basketball fans watch all the games. They watch like 15 games that year?
I had illegal cable, so I watched a lot of basketball.
Oh man. So you know what? I got a lot of hypotheticals because today's show is about hypotheticals. Listen.
All right. So what I wanted to talk about else was Rich Paul and Shannon Sharp. It was a while ago. They were talking about why people hate LeBron.
Okay.
Why people do not like LeBron and all this other stuff. And I'm gonna just it's a long clip. I don't want to play the whole thing, but I'll like play like a minute of it. Because it's kind of long. It's like 3 minutes. And I don't feel like watching another long clip, but let me just play it for like a minute.
And you're the closest to the story, so you would know. What is with the vitriol of the older players towards LeBron? It seems like a lot of the old players don't want to give this younger generation the credit that they deserve.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot of the ire is pointed at 23. Why do you think that is?
It's really corny to me.
Absolutely.
And like I said, when you out there, you deal with certain things. It's layered, in my opinion. You gotta remember, when LeBron came in, a lot of guys were still in their prime, and all the attention turned to him. In 2000, all the attention, boom, $100 million contract, real $100 million, not that fluff that be going out today. I'm talking about $100 million contract.
Never dribbled NBA basketball in the NBA.
They ain't never seen that.
All right, so just from that, we could see how it's still today a lot of older players, disrespect LeBron. You could just, see it. But, as LeBron continues to play, more and more players are like more, talking great things about LeBron. Like we already seen it with Paul Pierce and like Kevin Garnett. They're, praising LeBron, what LeBron is doing, because no one could continue to do what LeBron James has done in history. Like we just never seen it. We've seen it with Tom Brady, but we never seen it with a basketball player. So when they talking about when LeBron James came into the league, everything shifted to him, and they were in their primes. They were winning titles and all this other stuff. Like as you see, like Rasheed Wallace was saying that LeBron James couldn't play at his time when he was actually playing with him. Like that kind of narrative continues to like follow LeBron James around. Like he's just not the greatest player, like a great player that we have seen. Like there has been better. There's been better LeBron, and they just will not give him his credit. It's kind of odd, I think, that if you grew up in that fraternity as an NBA player, you would want to congratulate, give players their flowers. And it seems like LeBron James is probably the only player that don't get those flowers more often as he should. I know they talk about the mama mentality and all of this and all of that, but that mentality wasn't there until what 2000 and after 2010, after he won the title. That's when they started talking about that mama mentality.
Came in 2005. He had an interview. It was after that shit happened to him in Denver. That's when he started to really focus on basketball. So that's what he said.
But I'm just saying, like they didn't start talking about that to after he won.
Well, it didn't get popular titles. But he said he always
didn't get popular at all.
It didn't popularize until
like Kobe got that hate too. People didn't really like Kobe at all. That's why he wasn't on the USA team. Like if you watch the documentary, Kobe was to himself. He didn't trust anybody. Kobe was sitting by himself. He got with all these young players, and all of a sudden, he's more vocal about things. He's a better leader. He literally learned how to be a leader playing with Dwayne Wade and LeBron and Melo and all of them, because that was different for him. He was arguing with Shaq all the time. He was dominant. He was a great player, but he was not that type of leader until he played with those guys and he opened up. He was more open during that time. We all saw it. We all saw the documentary, how they brought him out of his shell. And as we see later on, Kobe in his career, he's training players. He's talking to them more. And Rich Paul talked about the reason LeBron James sometimes gets disrespected is because of he's too friendly with people. He would say what's up to people all the time, and you just think of him as a friend. And before, like Michael Jordan and Kobe would just walk past you, and it was that I'm not even good enough to actually have a word spoken to me and in their presence. So it's more of a aura around them than LeBron, because LeBron's all cool with everybody.
LeBron's more interpersonal, because just like right here, look what Willie said. Willie said the more Jordan doesn't comment to crazy, the more respect he gets. Jordan doesn't care about nobody's critique, silence, lies. Jordan is one of the worst when it comes to that. You say anything bad about Jordan, he doesn't even talk to you no more. The way he did to Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, yep.
Now to make that comment about Kobe Bryant, to add on that, it wasn't the team, it was LeBron James. It was specifically LeBron James that got Kobe Bryant opened up. When Kobe Bryant showed up to that 2008 Olympic team, nobody knew who Kobe Bryant was. They had no idea. They just knew him on the basketball court as a player. He went in there with a serious mind state, because that's Kobe Bryant. But LeBron James literally opened it up. Jason Kidd mentioned how LeBron James used to have these things where he used to have intros every morning in practice for every player.
I've seen that.
And he said after a while Kobe couldn't keep the serious look no more. He eventually started laughing and joking. There's the story of how he was he did the birthday cake. He was like, it's Kobe's birthday, we're gonna sing happy birthday for Kobe. And you hear even Kobe fans say LeBron really loved Kobe at that time. That is something that even 50 Cent says, what Brandon said about how being too interpersonal with your fans could destroy your aura. 50 would always say about how he doesn't do the clubs and try to be around his fans because why would they spend $100 or $200 to see you at a concert if they can see you at a club or if they can see you at a restaurant? You know, and Redman says the same thing. Redman said he's not popular because he's just like everybody else. You can catch him anywhere. He does, you know what I'm saying? He's not a star. You know, he's not a celebrity. You see what I'm trying to say? And LeBron is just himself. And that's what he learned in Miami as well, how to just be himself, because he never got out of his shell in Cleveland. In Cleveland, he was sheltered. It was home. Miami, he really saw how the world saw him, and he had to grow up a little bit. And then he started not caring. He did not care about what people said after that.
And that's all, because this the era of everybody see you on an everyday basis, so they know what you're doing 23 hours out of the day. So you know someone doing every single day, you're not gonna really care what they're doing because you can see it right there. I just click on Instagram, see what he's doing. So it's
And one more thing, that $100 million thing is true too as well, because those older players did not get paid too well for all that they gave to the game. They do have good supplements for players who are retired in the NBA, but to give a kid $100 million and never dribbled the basketball in professional, you can see how that rub a couple of, again, he came in, even his peers, even his own peers was kind of hating on him. So
that was a Nike contract, right?
Yeah, Nike contract. Let's let Travis speak.
My contract was like a $90 million, I believe. So.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. $100 million was $90 million. That's what I'm saying. It's basically he rounded it to $100 million. But let's let Travis speak, because we can't talk while Travis talk. Go ahead, Travis.
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't continue. But no, like you're right. And like he even I forgot exactly which one of his teammates said that. Like when he was coming in, they were like interviewing him or something, and he's like, "Oh well, we already have a forward who's gonna start." And I was like, before LeBron even played the game, and then. Obviously, he came in and was already better than whoever they had starting there. And so, I mean, he was hitting the ground running. And, I mean, yeah, I think that he definitely has gotten, his share of, like you said, like all the vitriol, whatever. Because, yeah, in part because of the hype, but also because, he was really good from an early age and, like, kept going and, was automatically just really the guy from day one on his teams, and so you couldn't really like some of the players like rub them the wrong way. But I mean, now I think it's especially since with how far social media has progressed. But I think now he's arguably the most well respected player as far as like his peers go, and from a business perspective, and obviously he's earned all that. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right, mute yourself and get a better phone. Stay away from Android, ghetto man. Ralph, so what do you think of that, Ralph? Like, what do you think of the LeBron James hate? And do you think it started in Miami or it started when he came into the league, like how Rich Paul explained?
I can see it's that him coming into the league, because you gotta let's look at a society thing. Like if you have your squad, like say you have a good team and everything, and there's this another person that's being all hyped up and everything that has so much. What's the word I'm looking for? Like to where they boosting this person up and they coming to your team. Yeah, they're gonna look at you like, who is this? Yeah, you're hyping this dude up. Is he really that person? So it is gonna be some hate towards the person. Like I think I saw the interview with Darius Miles. He was and that's what Travis was talking about. Darius Miles was saying that, and they was interviewing a lot of people in the locker room to where they were like, who is this kid to be like, oh, he's gonna be like the best thing on his team when I've been in the league all this time. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, like
go ahead, Brandon. Yeah, the thing is, they were professionals, and this dude was 18 years old, and he's getting more money than them, and he's more hyped than them. He's more talked about than them. I came out a year before LeBron, so I heard all the talk. I didn't really think a high school kid could be that good, anyways, until I actually see him play. And just watching this dude play and knowing what I could do, I was like, I never seen anybody like this in my life. Like, I have never seen nobody this good in my life. And, my favorite player at that time was Vince Carter. was Penny Hardaway. I watched Jordan my whole life, and just looking at what he can do, his height, his speed, his jumping ability, like this dude is going to be incredible. Like I knew it at the beginning. I remember talking to my coach about it. I was telling him like I have never seen someone like this. I remember when I was at the national tournament and for AAU, and I saw him walking around, and like right before I saw Jared Jeffries walking around. If you guys remember him, he went to Indiana. He's a big like he was
Yeah.
like 6'10". He
Yeah.
was this big giant looking guy. Like he looked like his hands was big, his nose was like everything about him looked
Oh my God.
unreal.
They
And I
told me I used
remember
to look like him. They told me I used to look like him. It was one of those players that
that
used to say I hated it.
that
I
is
hated
one
it.
ugly dude. But anyway,
Yeah.
I did not like him as
anyway,
a player. He was on my Knicks, and we paid him a big
Penny,
contract.
they paid him too much money. And I just remember walking past LeBron James. I was like, this dude is bigger than I thought he was. And, just being around NBA players, Ricky Davis, Baron Davis, growing up, just being around those dudes, I was like, this dude is bigger than these guys. This dude is more athletic than these guys. Like, I couldn't believe how big this dude was, and just I remember my coach was saying like he's not going to be that good in NBA. I was like, trust me, this guy's going to be awesome. I already know he's going to be incredible when he comes to the league. And well, his second year, he's averaging 27 points per game, and went on from there, kept improving. So I could understand why the hate was there. They were hating him before because of Kobe Bryant was the thing back then. Everybody loved Kobe back then, and LeBron was trying to take the throne from him.
But yeah, you know what? But man, when you think about that time, right? Going back to the idea of LeBron, the hype around LeBron James. Rex Chapman stated that Danny Ainge told him that as a junior in high school, that he would trade everybody in the league for LeBron James right then at that time as a junior in high school, besides Kobe Bryant. Right, so there was already murmurs in the basketball world within the execs and the players and scouts about this kid LeBron James, and even like Paul Pierce said when he was in the All-Star game in 2001, his first All-Star game, he said in the locker room they were mentioning LeBron James, and LeBron James was like
he was junior. He was a junior.
Yeah, he was like in the 10th or 11th grade at that time.
He was in the 10th. Yeah, he was in the 10th.
So, and mind you, at that time, the hype about high school players, and this is right before AAU got big. This is around the time they started funding college teams and started funding high school teams, right? Nike, Adidas, Reebok, and One, right? This was the hype of basketball. You know what I'm saying?
CD camps.
Yeah, exactly. So now here it is. You have this kid who's coming in, and there was a lot of kids that were supposed to be. You remember there was Sebastian Telfair. I mean, there was a lot of players that were hyped as high school players at that time. So when LeBron was coming in, his name was being mentioned, but like you said, they were still doubting him because the people who actually saw him play were like, yeah, he's the truth. But the people who didn't was like, well, who is this kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is everybody's praising him? And then he shows up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to have your high school games on ESPN, that's crazy. And that's basketball. That's high school basketball. I understand high school football. We know high school football has been on ESPN, but he had high school basketball games on ESPN.
They had one on ESPN. Oh, come on now.
But I'm just saying that's how. But so I get that hate.
On ESPN.
but I do think that's hate. But it's not from the media itself. That's from his peers or like the older generation. But his peers, this is the funniest thing. LeBron James's peers are retired. So the Kevin Garnett's, the Paul Pierce's, what Rasheed said was like 5-6 years ago. I don't even think Rasheed Wallace feels the same way today. But at the end of the day, all those guys he played are all retired. Everybody, he's the oldest player in the league.
I mean, things are changing. Like even Dwayne Wade last year, like he's always said Michael Jordan's a GOAT, and now he's saying there's no such thing as a GOAT. It's GOATs of eras now. Like people are changing their narrative for what LeBron James has been doing. And I was talking to somebody about someone who won't come on the show anyway about the GOAT, and everybody know. I think Jordan, LeBron, one and two. I don't care which order you have them, but I was saying,
No, someone said I'm watching MJ dunk highlights after. No, I'm gonna go smoke me a blunt after this.
He's in the guy in the comment is basically saying that Jordan fans don't have nothing to do but watch old highlights. So they need to like leave us alone. Like that's why he's making fun of. Yeah, but Craig, you're the leader, Craig. They love you, Craig. You're the leader of the GJK MJ delegates. They love you, Craig.
Is definitely the leader. He's definitely the leader. But anyways, I was telling him that the reason I think LeBron James is the greatest of all time because I believe he had the greatest career of all time. And he said that that may be true, but Michael Jordan had the greatest peak of all time. So so we was like debating like which one makes you the GOAT? Which is it a short period of time or a career? Because if you see more NBA players are going more towards what LeBron has been doing, even at 21. If we watched him last game, the dude still scored 30 points a game, year 21. Still,
we're not gonna mention Houston though, right? We ain't gonna mention that Houston game though, right?
I mean,
he can't score 30 points every game. Like, my goodness.
What do you want, Rob? I mean, Rob, what do you want? Every team gets blown out.
34 is crazy.
Every team gets blown out. Every team gets blown out. You know that. Remember when Charles Barkley was like, "Oh my God, the team got blown out by like 34 in the playoffs." He said, "I never got blown out by 34 in the playoffs," and they blew up.
He got blown up by like 40 something.
by 40, and he was 0 for 10. They were showing highlights of him getting whooped.
Like he was blocking this shot every chance to get. But like even when Michael Jordan, like they won 72 games, the games they lost was to the worst teams in the league. So you just don't beat everybody in the league. Like you just do not beat every time in the league. Like just like the Chiefs. The Chiefs are like the best NFL team, and they lose to the worst teams.
Toronto beat
Toronto beat them. The Hornets beat them. Like
Amari Stoudemire went off, and I'm Amari Stoudemire. Damon Stoudemire went off.
Like they just hard to like get up for teams that's not that like great. But as I was saying, like what LeBron James has been doing for 21 years is remarkable, and for me it's kind of hard to say someone is better than LeBron James because of what he's been doing for his entire career. Even with the winning, I know you guys like to say that he's a loser, but he won every way he went. So he is one of the greatest winners of all time.
The guy I prefer as the GOAT is. I never call LeBron a loser. He just didn't win enough than the guy that I praise. So that's all.
I went on a live yesterday and told LeBron wasn't a loser. They went crazy. They were like, "What? Loser?"
Everybody thinks he's a loser because he lost in the finals. But do you think losing before is better?
Yeah, well, no, they said that. That's exactly what they said. They said when
just to be fair,
when the big money's on the line. When the big
Jordan's 6-15. He's 15 seasons 6, so that's what 40% of not winning the championship. Right.
So that's why I have a question. Do you think Magic Johnson is better than Jordan?
Do I think Magic Johnson is better than Jordan? No.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Magic Johnson is a better winner than Michael Jordan?
As far as what? Playoff success? I would say
winning. Just winning.
Oh, winning. It's kind of hard to say because he's only one championship less. I would say Magic.
So what is this percentage you're talking about?
So what is two? Magic, so 2 is the difference. 1 is not enough. 2 is the difference. 2 is the difference. 2 is the difference.
It's the how much
it's
time
the 2 and
compared
it's
to what he
4
did when
to 20.
he played.
Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay, it's 4 to 20 instead of 5.
9 and 12 seasons.
How many seasons has Magic played? 13, right?
12.
He played 13 because he came back
in
96.
He came back in 96.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, all right. So he got 5 and 13. Jordan got 6 and 15.
6 and 15. Yeah. And plus he went to finals 9 times. So sometimes that argument about the eras, like I always say, LeBron won the most in his era, went to the most finals in his era. Jordan's the same thing, Magic the same thing, Russell the same thing. So it's kind of hard to take what LeBron did. Yeah. Well, you want to put the link up?
Well, I mean, if you still want to do a show, we can keep going. If we still want to talk, we can put the link up.
My Jets don't play tonight, so I don't really.
Yeah, Chiefs off today.
Yeah, my
Chiefs off today, so I can relax.
Yeah, we just put the link up. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. We see y'all having fun.
Y'all supposed to have 3 losses, yo.
Hey, I never seen somebody get so cooked in the comments more than Liddy, man. Liddy, you need to change your name to Barbecue because you just be getting cooked, bro. I don't understand what's going on here, bro. They just be going in on Liddy.
All right, I see Twin Man coming in and saying the same thing about the Android and Chrome. He's gonna have a echo.
Yeah, don't come with no Android phone. If you got
please ask your guests
I got
to
an
wear a
Android
headphone.
phone. I'm not echoing. That's just operator.
It says on Chrome too. So if you're using Chrome, that's probably what's going on.
I'm using Chrome on a Mac.
I'm using Chrome.
They got what's it called upset there? They got Travis. Something wrong with Travis. Travis is the FBI. Let's see what happened to him. Twin Man, come up to me.
Yeah, Travis recording us.
Oh yeah,
he's Twin Man. Yeah, no, Twin Man's infected too. Twin Man got the virus too.
Got the virus.
They got the virus too, man. Mute your ghetto phone, man. Mute your ghetto phone, man. Your little ghetto Android.
I got an Android too, man. We not doing
Try
that.
to use something. Hey, are you using Chrome?
I don't know what they're using.
Hey, Rob, are you using Chrome?
Yeah, I'm using Chrome.
Oh well, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Travis and Twin Man got the cooties.
Yeah, Twin Man, we can't even hear you.
Y'all can hear me, yo?
He's talking
That's
through
breaking up.
McDonald's speaker box.
Yeah, hey, let me get a chocolate shake.
Hold up, let me drop down and come back.
You got the hiccups, bro.
Hey, look, as soon as you ask for a chocolate shake, they tell y'all we ain't got it ain't working, the machine ain't working. Let's see if Aaron got the virus. What up, Aaron?
I ain't got the virus, goddammit.
All right, so what up, Aaron? Yo, Aaron, what's good, man? We were talking about
what up? What's going on with y'all fools today? What's poppin'?
No, man, we talking LeBron James' legacy without going to Miami. Do you think LeBron James' legacy would be different if he did not go to Miami for those 4 NBA seasons?
I think he still would have been a great player. I think he still would have been top 5, top 10, but the championships, I don't think so. Because that's really hard to say a motherfucker just won a chip because there's so many variables. Like what he can control the numbers he puts up. So I would never say he not going to score 30 points and I would diminish him because I've seen other players with less put up points, put up crazy stats. We could say T-Mac and all. So I wouldn't say that LeBron wouldn't produce, but winning championships, it's a lot of variables. So I don't think he would have won as many chips, but would he still have been great? I ain't gonna bullshit y'all and say he would have been a scrub because that's some bullshit. But I don't think the chips, because even when he got to Miami the first year, he didn't win. A lot of shit had to work in his favor to kind of get the job done. And I guess you could say that with everybody in a sense, but I don't think he would have won as many chips. Because he wasn't, and again, not a knock on him, he wasn't winning before he got there to say, okay, he would have won more chips. He just fell off a little bit. He would have never got that experience to win at any point. So if you don't ever get a chance to win, excuse me, fellas, that should change the trajectory completely.
You don't need experience to win titles.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying he was never a winner before Miami to just automatically say he would get all these championships, is what I'm saying.
I'll tell you one thing, Dallas still wins the championship in 2011, no matter what. King John, what's good, brother? Let's see if you got the virus. What's up, brother?
I ain't got the virus, bro.
You ain't got iPhone, you an iPhone dude, right?
Yeah,
you got
iPhone all day.
That's right, iPhones. That's right. That's what we do right here. iPhones, you Android fools. What up? What up?
But I disagree. I disagree with Double A because the reason he didn't go to New York because they signed Stoudemire. Wade, Bosh, and LeBron was going to play together somewhere. So,
well, all the way
was going to win championships. I mean, that was. I mean, you got to think. You saying he didn't win before 25. So we talking about a 25-year-old LeBron James that you said didn't win before that.
No, but didn't Phil Jackson?
We signed Amari after he made the decision.
Yeah, but that's the same. But before all that, it was Phil Jackson. The reason he didn't go to New York was because of Phil Jackson.
Now, Phil Jackson wasn't even there.
Phil
No,
Jackson
Phil wasn't that like.
Phil wasn't there yet.
He
No,
didn't
but
he didn't
New
have a
York
Phil
problem
came in
with
made
Phil
a
either.
decision
Who
that
did?
Yeah,
they
he had a
signed
problem
him.
with Phil from either.
So when did Phil Jackson do the interview with LeBron that caused him to talk about LeBron's posse?
But that was Cleveland.
That was like
right?
2013.
Yeah,
That was like
yeah, that was
2013,
later.
2014, something like that.
Oh, I could have swore that was when he was trying to sign with the. I could have
Oh
sworn.
no, he was
No?
saying that about LeBron to somebody. He didn't say that
Yeah,
directly.
he was saying
to
it because I
LeBron.
think that was
I could
before
have swore he had an
2013.
interview. I could
Phil
have swore
just
he had
wasn't a coach yet.
I know. Phil wasn't a coach never. He was just the president of New York.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
That was before he went to New York. I think he said it before 13.
No,
but he
so
wasn't.
so
he
Phil
wasn't
didn't sign. So Phil didn't sign
Phil
Amari.
still coaching
Was
the
it-
Lakers.
No,
at that time.
Phil
was still
didn't-
coaching
yeah.
Lakers, right?
No,
Yeah,
he
He was
never.
still
No,
coaching.
because
Phil
Phil
did.
was there
Phil was
after
still in
Carmelo
LA.
got there.
And drafted
Phil was
Porzingis.
still in LA.
Didn't Phil leave?
Yeah.
Phil was still in LA.
Phil was
Oh,
the
yeah.
coach in LA.
Oh yeah, he was the coach in LA. He was. That's right. Oh, they lost. He was the coach. Okay, yeah, that's true. All right.
Now we had Dan Antoni and Donnie Walsh was our president of operations.
Dan Tony, that was the coach. Dan Tony.
Oh, okay. So then it was a possibility he would have went to New York then.
Yeah, it was a huge possibility.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, go ahead. Continue. My bad. I was off.
Because Donnie Walsh came in. Donnie Walsh came in and cleaned up house because Isaiah Thomas signed so many bad contracts in New York. So like we had two max spots when LeBron was a free agent.
You guys had 3.
No, we had 2. We had 2.
No. The Knicks had 3. The Knicks, the Clippers, and the Heat were the only teams I believe that had spots for 3 max. The Knicks,
guaranteed. We had 2. I know.
Y'all would have been able to
tell me about my team. We had 2.
No, you would have had enough money to sign. You would have had because y'all was trying to get Carmelo. That's why. So you had Carmelo plus 2 other players. You could have signed 3 players. You would have had 3 players on the Knicks. Remember, my wife's a Knicks fan. You know, I'm right there too. I got all the information.
I'm a Knicks fan.
I'm just telling you, I get the information.
Because what we're not doing that.
Sorry to hear that about y'all.
We're not doing that. The thing is, we definitely had 2, and I remember Chicago had 2, along with having those young assets, and Miami they had the 3. We only had 2.
Yeah, remember Miami didn't have 3 at first. They made a few trades.
Nobody was.
They did a sign and trade.
Yeah,
that's
for
what
Bosh
allowed
and
them to have
LeBron.
3.
Nobody was thinking about signing these 3 players or 2 players other than the Heat. Like they were just thinking about signing 1 player.
But the thing with what the thing in with Miami, they had 2, but they had the bird rights for Wade. So that's what it was 3.
And they all took less money.
Yeah, they did a sign and trade.
They all
nobody
was thinking about doing this but Miami. Like this was only going to happen really in Miami.
Yeah, because like I said, they could sign. They all had to take pay cuts, all 3 of them, for it to work.
Yeah, they all had to take pay cuts.
Wade took the worst.
It could have happened in Cleveland if Cleveland was smart.
But Boston LeBron only took $1 million less.
They
took a bigger cut.
Wade, Bosh and LeBron had 16, and Wade had 14. I do remember that.
Yeah, like I said, I think he would have went back to Cleveland, to be honest with you. And I think
he would have stayed.
Yeah, and I think Dwayne Wade would have went to Chicago. I think Dwayne Wade.
They weren't signing nobody. I don't think he go back to Cleveland. They told him he was signing.
Yeah, you look at that squad like that. Some of those players also left as well. So I don't think he would have went.
LeBron said it was between staying and going to Miami. That's what LeBron said. It was between staying and going to Miami. So I think at the end after everything, I think that was his option, Miami. But I'm telling you, just those 2.
If he would have told Dwayne Wade, "Nah, I'm not going to go to Miami. I'm going to stay in Cleveland," I think Dwayne Wade leaves Miami and he goes to Chicago. And I think Chris Bosh comes to Miami and we get him.
I think Bosh goes to Cleveland.
They didn't have the money
anywhere besides Toronto.
I think Bosh would have won anywhere that he could win because he wanted to win. He couldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah,
he even said it. Like he wanted to go somewhere to win.
Well, he was making the playoffs. Chris Bosh was making the playoffs now.
The 2 years
he didn't make the playoffs. He didn't make the playoffs. He didn't make the playoffs.
Well, actually,
he made playoffs twice. That was it.
He didn't make the playoffs before he got.
Yeah, not there. No, yeah, that was 2007. He made the playoffs.
The only thing I heard about Bosh in that time was Houston. I heard Houston at one point.
Yeah, I did hear Houston too.
Wait. When you say he wasn't an all-star, Chris Bosh?
They didn't say all-star.
He said he didn't make the playoffs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Playoffs. My bad, fellas. My bad.
He was
make the playoffs.
He was an all-star all 6 years while he was in Toronto.
Yeah, his last 2 seasons with Toronto, he didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I just said. He didn't make the last 2 seasons for Miami. He didn't make the playoffs. So I guess that's what superstars do. Super teams.
Well, I think they did make the playoffs in 2016, but he got the blood clots.
He said before Miami. Before Miami.
Before Miami, they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. I think he only made the playoffs twice.
I mean,
he made it in 07. He made it in 07. Yeah, 07,
08. He didn't make it at 9 and 10. He made it at 9 and 10.
Or 05 or 04.
Yeah.
He made it.
Yeah,
he made it the year LeBron went to the finals.
LeBron. He didn't make it in 15 either.
Yeah, no, he only made it the first round with LeBron.
He
didn't make the playoffs. He didn't make the playoffs. He didn't make the playoffs in 16.
Yes, they did. They did make it in 2016. What are you talking about?
Bosh wasn't playing.
They didn't make it in 15. They made it in
Bosh wasn't playing.
Yeah, he got put out first round. He got put out first round. I mean, it don't count.
He got the blood clots that year. He had the blood clots that year.
Chris Bosh didn't play in the playoffs. We talking about Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
Chris Bosh didn't make the playoffs.
He had blood clots. He was on the team, but he had blood clots, Ralph. He did. He had blood clots. He had caught blood clots that year. That was the year he caught the blood clots, and he never played again after that season. And he didn't play in the playoffs. If I'm correct, he didn't play in that first round either.
No, he didn't play.
But they did make the playoffs. Stop hating on my Heat. We made the playoffs in 2016.
They made it in 16, right?
2016. But not in 15. Not in 15.
Yeah, they didn't make it in 15. That's what I thought.
We were not gonna make it in 15.
Yeah,
the Heat culture left.
Yeah,
you got the virus.
The Heat culture to Cleveland. Who had just had the first pick in the
Let's
draft.
quiet ourselves and let's let Twin Man talk. Go ahead, Twin Man.
All right, so I believe LeBron James is. If listening to the quote, he was talking about his statistical dominance. I think honestly his points go up, maybe rebounds and assist totals go up. He probably breaks the all-time scoring record way earlier because of what he would have had to do if he'd have stayed in Cleveland. So I believe statistically he'd have been just as dominant. Yep. He just wouldn't have had as many championships. I don't think he was talking about championships though, but dominance, it's not about rings. It's about what you do on the court. There would have been no answer for him.
What?
Yeah, he still would have put up 30 every night.
So what
He would have put up
dominance. I'm curious. What's the
he would have put up.
Depends on who you put up.
Let's let Twin Man finish. You got
you guys can't talk when he's talking.
He would have put up at least 30 points plus a night in Cleveland if he didn't leave Cleveland. He probably would have averaged like a 30-point double-double for the rest of his damn career if he would have left Cleveland, or if they didn't build a team around him in Cleveland. So I believe he would have been just as statistically dominant on the court, probably more statistically dominant on the court if he didn't leave and go to Miami. So it would have been crazy. He just wouldn't have had as many rings. I think he gets maybe 2 rings, and it's dependent if Cleveland decides to build around him. Who knows?
I love this positivity.
I agree with you, Twin Man. I agree with you.
I think he'll definitely more dominant. He'll have more stats, more accolades for sure. But does he play the 20 years? Because he's going to exhort so much.
I was just about to say that because if he's playing harder,
but he
exerts a lot of energy now. I mean, he do it now. Like, what would be the difference?
No, I mean, because he didn't have to exert that. He didn't have to exert that much between 2011 and 2016, 2017. Those 6-7 years, he had a chance to, He did.
I mean, he played at the highest level of anybody in the league. How did he exert?
I'm just saying.
He's the best player. He's talking about doing his best
play at the highest level of anybody
in the league days.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he took a step back in 2011 and 12. He took a step back in 2015 and 2016 and in 2017. But he stepped up in 2013, 2014. He stepped up in 2017. I give him that. 2018, he stepped up as well. But I'm just saying, those were years that he didn't have to shoot 20 shots per game. There was seasons he took 17 shots per game. You know what I'm saying? So imagine
I don't know why. Yo, that's one other thing. Listen, I want to tell you this too, goddammit. I didn't want to get some
because they had Wade.
The other day with that pass, right? Because I saw you put up the video with the Cam Reddish, right? This is the difference. That game, when he hit Cam Reddish and he made it, they were up 2 points. So if he misses the shot, it's still a little bit of comfort there. The game before that, they were losing, and that's all people are saying. The right play ain't always the best play. Sometimes the best play is LeBron. You say fuck everybody else and get it done, and we'll live with it. That's the best play sometimes. Sometimes the best play.
Who is we? Who's we living with it? Who is we?
Yes, because it's your determination.
Fans.
No, okay, that's your problem. Like, LeBron James not worrying about what you feel.
No, I'm not saying. Listen. Right now, just like you, right? You'll live and die. You'll live and die with LeBron taking the last shot, right? Because that's your favorite play.
No, I live and die with him making the right play. That's why I like him because he makes the right play.
If he's giving it to an open center that can't shoot threes, but he's open, that ain't the right play just because he's open.
No, he's not gonna have that. That's why you don't put a 3-point shooter out there that somebody who can't shoot threes.
So
you have to put 3-point shooters.
Y'all telling me as basketball advocates, right? That LeBron taking the last shot. That is never, even if he's double teamed, sometimes that is the best play. He's the best player.
Not. As a basketball, it's not.
You just made that up.
No, I didn't.
No, Aaron, listen to what you just said.
How you feel what should happen at the end of the game.
The reason the Lakers were up when Cam Reddish hit that shot was because Cam Reddish hit 4 more threes prior to that. The Lakers were on fire because everybody was hitting their threes because you need you need that. Oh wait, in LeBron's era, this is not the 1900s. In LeBron's era, you need shooters. You need shooters. So that's what Cam Reddish is on the floor for. If he's going to be there for the defensive prowess that he's been doing since he's been on the Lakers, right? He's been balling on the defensive side. He has to hit that shot. LeBron told him it's fine. You missed it. But when I give it to you again, you're going to hit it. That's why 2 games later, he goes off 5 for 8. He tells us, he says, LeBron James told me he believes in me. So he was working on his shot to the point he hit a runner before the quarter ends. That's how confident he was feeling. Because that's the point. It's a team. LeBron James taking that shot to make you feel better is not going to help his team.
It's not. I don't.
His team. Now his teammates know that I can be on point. There was plenty of times Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan's teammate felt like they're not involved. They were just watching you play, and that's why you have a good coach to tell them, "Well, look, it's fine. We're gonna let Jordan be Jordan." That's what Phil Jackson said. Don't worry about the baby. Don't worry about the crybaby. Let him shoot. We need you doing this. He did say that. He did say that.
He said, "Worry about the baby."
He did say that.
Don't worry about Jordan.
Yeah, he said, "Don't worry about Jordan because Jordan wants to just shoot." So we're gonna let him do that.
But he's the all-time leading rebounder, steals, assists on the ball.
I don't give a fuck what you say. With the money on the line, give
a horrible franchise. Again, you guys love to give Jordan credit for dominating something that's not worth dominating. The Chicago Bulls does not have it's not a great franchise. The fact that Michael Jordan leads in rebounds and assists tells you that.
I mean, he made it a great franchise. That's what tells you that.
That means nobody has 5,000 assists. Nobody has 6,000 rebounds in Chicago. That's horrible.
No one plays that
what does that have to do with him? That nobody else did it. That makes him special.
Okay. The thing
Chicago, that's not a lot.
Because y'all say that all he does is shoot. But he has all these things.
He took 24,000. He took 24,000 shots. That's a lot.
What do you want him to do? You want to send it? You want to send it?
Every shooting guard in the league isn't a shooter.
No other shooting guard shot that much, and anyone who shot
because ain't nobody was good as Jordan.
They weren't as good. You keep What I noticed what you do. You try to compare everybody, like even the scrubs. You try to put them in the same category, but it's really apples to oranges. You try to put, if a player can't do this, how can Jordan do it, or vice versa? Everybody's not the same. You don't compare everybody on the same scale because different players are a different tier.
Yes, you do, Aaron. You change the scale because it's Michael Jordan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. A lot of people don't even watch LeBron James prior to the last couple of years, but LeBron James will purposely try to put his players in certain positions so it could pay off later. He did the same thing to like Kyle Kuzma. He would put players in certain positions because he know he's going to need them later on in the season. So that pass that he sent to Cam Reddish, even though they say he was shooting 12%, he practiced with Cam Reddish every day. He knows Cam Reddish. He knows what is going to boost his confidence. And that missed shot boosted his confidence, and we saw it the following game.
That he passed it. I'm mad that he attempted the 3. The Lakers are the worst 3-point shooting team in the league. Take a step in and do something.
But that's the point.
I mean, let's space it on the floor. Let's space it on the floor. That's just basketball.
Yeah, the Lakers cannot tell teams we're afraid to shoot. That is going to be bad for you. You got it. That's what you guys understand. There's teams on the other side of that's strategizing.
Why do you think he was open in the first place? Because they know.
Thank you. Now they're not going to leave him open. That's why when you watched the video I broke down, you saw that Phoenix had trouble because now they don't know what to do.
Phoenix don't play defense.
They tried. There's nothing they don't play. They tried. They do try, Ralph. They're trying.
Man, it's not easy to play defense in the NBA. I don't know why people think it's so easy to play defense in the NBA. It's not.
Yeah, NBA players are fucking different, B. They like a whole different level of fucking human, B.
These guys are ballers, man. All these guys are ballers, man. All these guys. I'm watching Christian Woods hit threes. I'm watching all these players hit threes. The other night I was watching Orlando, and Wagner was like this. Like there's so many players in the league that can do so much. This is not the 90s where guys.
Who's the number one defensive?
But that's what I'm saying.
Who's the number one defensive team?
Right now, the Knicks or Boston, one of the two. I think the Knicks was
somebody plays defense, right?
No, of course everybody plays defense, but it's just that
there's good players. It's not easy to play.
Even though you play
it's just that there's more good defense. I mean, there's more good offensive players. That's the whole point. The offense is just better.
We've been saying that about Kevin Durant teams that don't play defense since he was in Brooklyn. So don't give me that. They trying. It's the teams he on. For some reason, they just don't play defense.
Shit, the Warriors was number one in defense when they was winning the championship.
I said Brooklyn. Didn't I just you hear me say Brooklyn?
Yeah, because Brooklyn probably didn't have the good roster to do that or a good system. Again, it's a system.
So whose roster is better? The one he had in Brooklyn or the one he got now?
Well, I would think that the coaching in Phoenix is better now, right?
I said the roster.
Vogel. First of all, Vogel is known for defense.
Defensive player.
Vogel's a defensive coach. That's why the Lakers were so good defensively a few years back because Vogel was their coach. He's a good coach defensively.
So he works on defense. Coach with a team who's not playing good defensively. So
what's that? What stat do you have that says Phoenix is one of the worst defensive?
They're losing. What the fuck?
They don't have more points than the other team when the clock goes.
That's great analysis. That's great analysis by you, Craig. That's great analysis. They're 4-5.
But defense is not letting the team score. So if a team has more points at the end of the game, that means the
Knicks are 4-5, and they have the best defense in the league or second best defense in the league. What are you talking about, bro? I don't know what you're talking about.
What's their opponents per game and what's
because I don't know, Ralph. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going off of that. I'm just saying from the game that I watched last night, they didn't just let Cam Reddish go off. They didn't just let. They're not. Oh wait. There was a couple times they left. There was a couple times they left him open because, like you said, the worst option is him, right? I'm not going to leave Rui. I'm not going to leave Woods. I'm not going to leave Austin. I'm not leaving LeBron. So let's see if Cam Reddish can hit this. And that's what LeBron told him. You're going to see this shot a lot more. Be ready. And he was ready. He's a professional because he's watching the GOAT play every day. So he has to be a professional.
No, he's not. The GOAT hasn't played in 20 something years. What are you talking about? He watching the GOAT.
You know what I think it is?
He got DVR.
No.
I'm like, look, you saw
there wasn't even DVRs back then.
Y'all saw that stat with the 5,000 turnovers, right?
Yeah, that means nothing.
Yeah, what about it?
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
Wanted to bring it up. He just wanted to bring it up.
Go ahead and bring it up.
Let me get my
bring up the 38,000 points.
Why we say that's not a problem? Why?
Because it means nothing.
21 years.
Because it doesn't mean anything.
Perfect. So, obviously, because he's played so long, we should assume he would accumulate these turnovers because how long he's played, right?
No, not necessarily. The turnovers don't matter.
So, all right. So now he just if that's not the case, then we just call him a turnover machine. But logically, just like
you can call him a turnover machine, but you're not gonna call Magic.
What's his assist to turnover?
Go ahead. Let him talk. Let him talk.
How many people here hustle before? I know you guys getting high. I know you getting high, and I know everybody sold a little weed in their time, right?
Listen, this is the internet. I am not.
Okay. All right, come on. Okay, get to your point.
Hey, listen, everybody got a bad batch or something at one point, right? Some people got some Reggie, some people got some exotic, right? So same thing with LeBron. This nigga playing all this time. The stats that he accumulated with the turnovers, we expect that to happen. Because he plays so long, just like the points. Whoever's in third right now, if we say Kevin Durant plays 10 more years and averages 25, he'll be number one. We won't say, we know he's going to accomplish that, so he's not going to be the best player in the world or the best player of all time because of that. We knew LeBron was going to eventually break this record, but that doesn't change his status because he broke the record. It's longevity.
False.
What do we know?
What's your point though?
That the same thing that applies to the 5,000 turnovers because how long he's played, that applies to the same thing with the points.
False.
All right.
Okay, so one.
We knew what year did we know LeBron's gonna break the scoring record? What year did we?
I asked you that. I just asked you.
I said what we say about 18, 19. We knew he was gonna break it if he played a couple years more.
About 18, 19. That's late in his career.
Right.
That's 3 years ago.
Again, but at that time, right? Would you have called him to go in 18, 19?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
You forgot what group
No. I'm in a group. I'm not biased. I'm in a Jordan group.
Are you saying that?
I'm not biased though. I'm in a Jordan group too, but I'm not biased.
So he brings up the 5,000.
Are you saying that we think LeBron James the GOAT because of his scoring? Is that what you're saying?
No, a lot of people do. They say, well, he's the greatest scorer. We don't say Karl Malone's top fucking 5, and he was second the whole time. We never bring Karl Malone being a fucking.
We knew that was your argument in the first place. We saw you going there in the first place. But you bring up the 5,000 turnovers, but you don't want to bring up the over 10,000 assists because now you ain't talking about the assist to turnover ratio.
Because that's an average. We going by
total.
total.
Average. We keeping it. We going by average. We going by average, bro.
I said 10,000 assists. I said nothing about average.
I'm saying the longevity is why he accumulates it. He doesn't.
So tell me what's Vince Carter top 10 in? Because he played 22 seasons. Tell me about his longevity. I'm listening.
No, I'm saying the turnovers accumulated is because of.
I'm asking you about. Tell me about Vince Carter's.
No, wait.
Just let him talk, John. We trying to figure out what he's talking about.
No, I can explain. This is what he's trying to tell us. This is what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say is if we cannot apply LeBron James having a bad stat being number 1 in turnovers because of longevity, we cannot apply LeBron James being 38,000 as good.
No, that's great. I'm just saying at the time, it's not the average; it's the time that accumulates.
No.
He's not a turnover machine. LeBron's not a turnover machine. So we agree about that. He's not a turnover machine, right?
Again, the stat means nothing. There is no such thing as there's no such thing as a bad stat.
So
it's a stat.
So why is it kept? If it don't mean nothing, why is it kept?
Hey, look, can we agree that LeBron's not a turnover machine? Can we agree that? AB, we can agree he's not a turnover machine, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah, he's not.
He's not. I'm not trying to be funny.
Nobody on that list is considered a bad basketball player.
We never said that. Nobody.
Okay. So if we could apply, so if we could apply that 5,000 turnovers means nothing, meaning also means that it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. There's nothing bad about it. Then that means you cannot attach it to 38,000 points because 38,000 points is an actual great accomplishment.
I'm saying the
5,000 assists means nothing. It doesn't mean bad. It doesn't mean bad dribbler. It doesn't mean horrible player. It doesn't mean nothing negative other than Jordan fans not having nothing to make Jordan sound good.
Really, like I was saying, he's not a turnover machine, right? He's not, right?
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
Just because he played long, say he averaged 3 turnovers a game. I'm guessing. I don't know exact turnovers a game. Because he played for a long time, he's accumulating turnovers. He doesn't turn the ball over 8 or 10 times a game, right? Never will. So again, the reason I say that turnover stat is not important. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm holding it to the same. I'm holding it to the same status as the other stats because it's just longevity. It's not an average.
No, you cannot do that.
Okay, Eric. Are you saying that LeBron James being an all-time leading scorer is not something to be talking about?
No. That's something to fucking smile about. I'm saying that specific stat does not make him the greatest of all time because
scoring. It doesn't.
It makes him the greatest scorer of all time. We never said it makes him the greatest of all time.
It doesn't make him the greatest player. Yeah, it doesn't make him greatest player. Yeah, scoring doesn't make LeBron the greatest player.
So let's apply this. Let's apply this. So can we say because Jordan just shot more than everybody else, we don't have to recognize his points because it's just because he just shot more than anybody else?
What?
Okay.
We all confused. So just ask it again. We all confused.
No, because the amount of time or the time. That's what y'all doing. This is what y'all basically saying. You saying that it took him a certain amount of time to. That's why he has all these particular turnovers, right, and totals, right. But Jordan has all these points because he racked up so much shots compared to everybody else.
No, he made.
No, he racked up more shots.
I mean, he didn't score his 30,000 point until he went to Washington. You know that,
okay,
right?
Aaron, let me ask you a question. Do Jordan averaging 30 points a game make him the greatest?
No, hell no.
Okay, just like LeBron James scoring more points than anybody doesn't make him the greatest. It's the other things that we have that makes LeBron the greatest.
Yeah, and the other things that you have don't trump the other things Jordan has.
And what's that?
What is Jordan number one in?
What's that? What's that?
He has way more accolades. He has championships.
What?
He has more. He has more MVPs. He has more MVPs. I'm answering the man that said what he got more. He got more MVPs. Got more championships. Go ahead.
Hold up. Does Michael Jordan have the most MVPs?
No.
Does he have the
so
most championships?
How does 5 MVPs make him the greatest?
Because he has 6 Finals MVPs to go with it. It's a combination. It's not just one thing. Just like people say, "Oh, well, Havlicek got more rings." We all know he ain't no fucking better player. His stats don't prove it.
Do you know Havlicek's numbers?
He got more. He got more assists and rebounds than Jordan.
More.
Yeah. And he
more
got 28,000 points.
More finals.
Okay.
Actually, I'll tell y'all right now. You know what's funny? I was just looking. They had it on fadeawayworld.net. They had a comparison of them. I saw the shit this morning, and I'll tell you. Here we go, right here.
You know what? I think Aaron was supposed to challenge us to say how Jordan was the GOAT.
Yeah, motherfucker, I was in the chat trying to hit y'all up, motherfuckers. Y'all was ignoring my shit. I
actually want to hear this. I actually want to hear this. I actually want to hear why you think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I actually want to do this right now.
Here it is.
All right, Ralph. Shout out to Ralph, y'all.
All right,
Peace,
Ralph.
Appreciate you.
Yo,
man.
Ralph, later.
All right, Ralph. See you on TikTok.
Yeah, see you
All
on
right, see you,
TikTok,
Ralph.
man. All right, so Aaron, you got 5 minutes. You
got 5 minutes. Hold
on, wait. You can do a minute per point. You can get 5 points and do a minute per point, or you can just get 5 minutes straight.
No, I don't even need that much time.
We're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna do 5 minutes, 1 minute intervals. I'm
saying I don't need 5 minutes.
I know you don't. All right. Who's taking the time? You or Johnny, or you want me to take it?
I'll take the time. Go ahead. Let me know.
You take the time.
Yes.
Yo, he's won more chips. He's won more chips in less time. He has more accolades than him, more major accolades. Excuse me. He's done it with less talent. His averages are all better than LeBron, except for maybe rebounds and assists. Hold up. I'm rolling up over here. Hold up.
I'm about to go through that.
Yeah, so you don't think I'm bullshitting? You hold up. I'm trying to get my shit together.
You knew you were going to do this before you rolled up. Okay.
All right. So since you rolling up, go ahead, man.
Can I get my high on like you? Can I get my high on like you?
Is this time up?
His time is up.
Okay, it's time up. All right. You said that Michael Jordan has more titles.
Hold on. Cut it out. Hold on.
You say he has more titles.
I said I was rolling up. I didn't say I was done. I said I was rolling up.
No. You got done with that part. That's your
just
first
wasted
minute.
up the whole minute. Your first round, your whole minute. You didn't explain why Michael Jordan was the GOAT. You didn't explain why Michael Jordan was the greatest player of all time.
Yeah,
just simple as that.
He was more wrong than he was right. So.
What was I wrong about? He won. He has more.
Jordan doesn't have the most championships.
Listen,
Jordan doesn't have the most championships.
He has more accolades than LeBron. Correct or incorrect?
Okay.
Oh wait, are you comparing him? Wait. Are you comparing him to LeBron, or are you making him the greatest of all time?
Nigga, I'm the greatest of all fucking time.
So why you bring up LeBron?
So you
LeBron has to do with it.
Because where am I talking? What group? What show am I on right now?
No. You're talking about who's the greatest. You're not talking about why he's better than LeBron. You can have your opinions all you want.
Let's know why he's the greatest.
That's not why he's the greatest. Because you think he's better than LeBron, don't make him the greatest of all time.
If you think LeBron's the greatest of all time, and I say he's better than
why is Michael Jordan the GOAT?
Yes, that was the question.
All right. Let's go to round two because you obviously didn't know how to state why Michael Jordan's a GOAT. So give this dude another minute. Give him another minute, please. Give him another minute. Give him another minute.
His resume.
Go.
His resume is better than any one that you could put up with it. That's number one. He has more chips, and he has more chips being the man than anybody else. He has 6 finals MVP, so every championship he had, he was the go-to guy. You talk about LeBron's field goal percentage and his clutchness. Jordan's having the same field goal percentage, shooting just jump shots. He has a better all-around game, better defender than LeBron. All the accolades show that he's a better defender, better scorer, won with less, didn't need a great coach to be productive, didn't have to jump to different teams. He stayed where he was, and his supporting cast wasn't as good as you make it to be. Don't nobody in this motherfucking chat talk about no Horace Grant, no BJ Armstrong being legends unless we talk about Michael Jordan. Other than that, don't nobody bring up these fucking these B-side players. So he did it with nobody on his fucking team. Pippen was a good sidekick, but we overrate him like he was putting up fucking 25 a game. What?
He does that.
All right, that's a minute. That was a minute. That was point.
All right. Before we go to round 3, before we go to round 3, are you saying Bill Russell didn't lead his team more than 6 times?
Man, listen, y'all niggas don't nobody over here even watch him, so I don't even put him in because don't nobody say he's the GOAT. So I'm not even going to let you bring up somebody that wouldn't.
Hey, Brandon, what's the Finals MVP called?
What'd you say?
Bill Russell Award.
Oh, okay.
The Bill Russell Award. So you basically don't know anything about NBA history. Is that what you're saying?
Bro, you use that one thing, so we just say Bill's the greatest of all time, right?
No, wait. Let me ask you a question. Is greatest of all time include all time?
Yes.
No, that doesn't mean
that. So why you don't count Bill Russell? So why you don't count Bill Russell? So why don't you count Bill Russell?
Why not
all time? It's not
because
all time.
Offensively, he wasn't better than him. His offensive stats are fucking mediocre. That's mediocre.
So your offensive prowess could make you better than somebody that has more championships.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, listen. You're gonna
I'm asking you.
If you use Bill Russell instead of your own guy, just because somebody has more rings, he doesn't have a better resume than Michael Jordan. He doesn't.
No. Wait a minute. We're using your logic. By your logic,
said it.
Bill Russell won more in less time. Bill Russell has more championships. Bill Russell has the same amount of league MVPs. He has the same amount. He has the same amount of league MVPs. He was not able to win defensive awards. It didn't exist in his era. Every award that was in his era, he got besides the Rookie of the Year. You're not going to make Michael Jordan the GOAT over him or give him a better resume because Jordan won Rookie of the Year.
Are you consider that he only played in 2 fucking rounds? In the fucking 60s.
So you don't consider all time. You don't consider all time. We consider part time.
Yes, he's an all-time great. He's an all-time great, but not the greatest of all time.
No. By your standards, he's better than Jordan. He has a better resume than Jordan.
No, he doesn't have a better resume than Jordan.
Yes,
you just said he do. You just said he do.
We just said he do. He does.
From your logic.
Because you said
from your logic. See, look, our logic isn't like LeBron James is the greatest champion of all time because we can't say that because the greatest champion of all time is Bill Russell. So that's your logic. Another thing, you said Jordan had no help. Show me how many times a player had a teammate make the All NBA and All Defensive team in the same year 6 times as a teammate help. How many other stars had that help in NBA history?
All defensive team, probably not. That's rare.
Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Well, Michael Jordan had that 6 times.
Let's give this round 3 because the first 2 rounds he didn't do well.
Offensively,
let's go ahead and give him round 3. You ready?
Wait. Because you might not have had to play that all team, but you had players that was all NBA team that had way better offense than Pippen. Pippen wasn't no fucking. Why are you acting like Pippen was some fucking super scoring small forward?
He was all NBA. He was all NBA.
19 points a game in all NBA. 19 points a game in all NBA. Go round 3. Going in 3.
Round 3.
1. Go round 3.
What do you want me to say in round 3? I
don't know. You said you got it. That's all you got to say.
It's 50 times.
That's all you got to say. You got nothing else to say.
No, come on. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Be respectful, man. Come on. Don't do that.
You got nothing to say.
Don't do that.
Done.
Even go to the
nothing else to say.
We're giving you the platform.
I'm not done. He had
it's your platform.
Listen, he had 2 3-peats. I don't think I understand how hard that is. You understand? A motherfucker won 3 chips in a row, left to play a professional sport for a year and a half, came back and won 3 more. A motherfucker now can't win 2 in a row. We see a nigga do it 3 times in a row twice with 2 different teams. I've heard people say, yo, you need a year to gel with your team. When he came back in 96, Scottie Pippen was the only motherfucker he ever played with prior to that and still had the best record up until the Warriors, 72-10. And then after that, the motherfucker won 69 games. And the year after that, when Pippen was gone most of the year, he still gave you 60 wins and won chips all 3 years and missed no games and got 2 MVPs and got all defense NBA 3 times in a row. All NBA 3 times in a row. This is coming out of retirement. And he left in his fucking prime. Imagine LeBron leaving after he fucking won in Miami and say, yo, I'm going to go play tennis for 2 years. And then comes back and dominates. You know what the fuck we would say about LeBron? If we saw this motherfucker right now leave and play football and come back and win, we would lose our fucking minds, rightfully so. But we see somebody do that in real time with Michael Jordan. And you'll still ignore it. Go ahead. That's my thing.
Okay. All right. So are you saying all right, hey, John, let me go. So you're saying that
now let me hear you minimize. Let me hear you.
I'm not minimizing him. So Michael Jordan 2 3-peats is better than 8 in a row. Are you saying that?
Say that again.
Michael Jordan 2 3-peats are better than 8 in a row.
Yes, with the context of being in the modern era, yes.
So it's better than winning 8 straight.
All you could argue is
so it's better than winning 6 straight. I mean 8 straight. It's better than winning 8 straight. That's basically what you're saying.
Then I'm killing you.
No, it's not. It's called the 1900s. It's
so
not modern time.
Okay. So she's saying that 30 years prior, it doesn't mean as much as the 90s because it was 30 years prior. So 30 years, after Jordan won, it should be not looked at the same, right? So currently, those 2 3-peats should be looked at the same.
We have 30 NBA teams. We don't have fucking between 4 and 8 teams. This is not.
There wasn't 30. There wasn't 30 teams the first 3-peat, and there wasn't 30 teams the second 3-peat.
So you're gonna say, what are you gonna say? 28? I'm sorry, 2 teams. What the fucking do? 2 fucking teams.
27.
So every 30 years, titles should be looked at differently. Okay, I get that. I get that. I understand that. And also, someone leaving to suck at another sport should be praised.
No, I'm saying coming back to play another professional sport and destroying people should be praised. I don't give a fuck if he sucked or not in baseball. I'm saying he played another professional sport without playing basketball for a year and a half. And came back to another professional sport at the highest fucking level, and he won.
So what did I say about that competition? If you're talking about Bill Russell,
that's another thing. I don't care about. I'm talking about him. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I'm talking about.
I mean, the only argument you make it is for Bill Russell.
Look, hey, how you pronounce your name, cousin? Expose how you pronounce your name?
Hey Johnny.
Hey Johnny. Hey Johnny. Being great doesn't have to shit on anyone in here. He can be great without any of us. His greatness is greatness. It ain't got nothing to do with us. So when you bring up anybody else, we don't gotta compare him to anybody else to say how great he is.
So we don't have to compare Jordan to anybody to be the GOAT. We just compare him to himself.
I don't have to say, look, like I don't have to sit here and say, yo, LeBron played against Toronto Raptors and they had all young niggas. That's why he won.
Wait.
LeBron's good enough. I don't have to downplay them to tell you how good LeBron is and why he beat them. It ain't got nothing to do with
Aaron, pause him right quick. Aaron, you just downplayed Bill Russell.
Yes.
That's what you've been doing.
Yes. Like that. Wait, stop. Really I can say Jordan was able to 2-peat. He was actually able to retire, go be sorry in baseball, come back and dominate the league because the league was easy to dominate. It was a sorry league. There was no competition.
No, he was just that good. The top 50 players.
Same thing with Bill Russell. He was just that good.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Y'all are arguing about shit, but listen.
No. Hold on, Aaron. What you don't understand is that everything that you're using to say Michael Jordan is the GOAT doesn't make Michael Jordan the GOAT.
It makes Bill Russell the GOAT.
It makes Bill Russell's the GOAT.
I hope y'all are joking about this because
that's what you're saying. You keep talking about winning titles.
I said, whoa, I didn't say good time. I said accolades. I said accolades too.
And
I
Bill
said
Russell has
want
the
to have more than LeBron
accolades.
James.
Bill Russell has the accolades.
All right. So Jordan's right
And LeBron,
behind.
oh wait, and Michael Jordan does not have the most accolades of all time. LeBron James does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
What
Player of
accolades?
the months over here.
Well, yeah, that's what I fucking.
No,
What
NBA, the NBA tells you what accolades are recognized by the NBA. Go look it up.
He wants to recognize player of the month.
We're recognized NBA awards. NBA awards. LeBron has most NBA awards. Not fan
Slam
awards.
dunk contest isn't an accolade.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
That's what I'm saying. A scoring title.
We talk about NBA awards.
A scoring title is the accolade.
We're talking about NBA accolades and on.
A scoring title is not an NBA accolade.
It's a stat. It's a stat. It's a stat.
The NBA does not list that as an NBA accolade. The NBA doesn't list that as an NBA accolade.
To be the scoring leader, the rebound leader, the assist leader, those are fucking accolades. What are you talking
NBA
about?
doesn't count them as accolades. Those are statistical
They don't.
leaderships. That's all that is.
All right. So MVP got more MVPs.
One MVP more.
I just said more. I don't give a fuck if it's the half one.
He don't have the most. He don't have the most. That's the point.
He don't have
the most.
Hey, everybody in the chat, y'all see how we try to just turn him a little bit. We go from LeBron and Russell because we could defeat the LeBron argument. What I'm talking about. But you want
we're going to all time.
Because if you're saying Russell's better than Jordan because he got more, then you automatically gotta say Jordan better than LeBron because he got more. But I'm not using that logic because it's stupid.
We're using your logic to tell you that Bill Russell's better. We use our logic.
We don't say that. We don't say that.
Our logic don't have Bill Russell better than Jordan. Our logic has Jordan better than Bill Russell because we know how Jordan is better than Bill Russell. It ain't championships.
Yo,
you're saying the wrong thing.
Bro, do you understand? You're arguing about somebody that you never fucking seen play with no time.
I did. Aaron, how old are you?
I'm 35.
Nigga, you didn't see Jordan play. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
This nigga said he's 35. You were 8 years old in 1996. What the fuck were you watching?
Nigga, I was watching basketball. What are you talking about?
8 years old?
Yes, nigga. You got 8 years old getting a little dick sucked right now. And then I could watch basketball.
On what channel?
You go home. I'm done. I don't want to
talk
anymore.
What channel was you watching the Bulls on?
I'm putting myself on mute, bro. I'm putting myself on mute.
I watched games.
What channel was you watching the Bulls on?
WGN, bro. Come on, you ain't
what
got
channel?
You ain't got that's fucking that's WGN.
No, I'm asking you what channel because I know it's channel 9. WGN. Everybody on the same channel.
My channel.
I'm from Chicago.
My
BET. Tell me.
My BET.
Look it up on Google and Google told you WGN.
My BET is not the same fucking channel as your BET.
And that's why I asked you what channel. That's why I asked you what channel.
That's a stupid question.
What channel.
Everyone in here has a different channel for ESPN.
That's why I asked you.
You asked it what network.
I
asked me a channel when.
You looked it up on Google. I know you did.
I didn't look it up on Google. What's wrong with you?
I know you did.
I give you.
I want 8 in 91.
You ain't got to be.
True. I got to watch the Bulls for real.
Hey, AA, you're right, man. I'm with you.
I'm not fucking. They trying to twist it up. Hey, yo, somebody just said Jordan had a good catch. I didn't say Phil Jackson was whack. Well, I told you somebody Phil Jackson was when Jordan got it. He wasn't no championship winning coach when Phil Jackson got to Chicago. He won with Jordan. So when people say, yo, we have Phil Jackson there. Phil Jackson.
You know how I'd word it though?
Go ahead.
So you know how I would word it because again you have all the points.
No, go ahead.
Let it go. Yeah. So basically, I'd say everything you did, except for I would say we have objective measurements established by the NBA. All those things. When you talk about the top 10 players that we usually see are the top 10, Jordan does have the best resume. You can talk about Bill Russell, but he's a provisional player that I've always said if they had the same things, awards that were available today, he'd probably be the GOAT. But right now we're dealing in who has what. Jordan does have the best combination. Not even talking about rings. He has the finals or the most finals MVPs. He's the all-time leader in most advanced metrics, which again established objectively as the best player on any given night. He leads in PER, regular season, not playoffs now. He leads in win shares per 48 out of anyone. He has the best box plus minus out of anyone. And he has, not to talk about his scoring, he has the 10 scoring records, sure, but still, He's objectively one of the most efficient volume shooters of all time. He has tied for the most first-team all-defensive goods. He has tied for the most steals goods of all time. He's top 5 in steals, only played 15 seasons. When you say all around, again, he was objectively the best two-way player of all time, and he has the best combination of hardware. You're not going to get that anywhere else. He's objectively the GOAT and the best player on any given day on the court. You can talk about career and longevity, sure, that fact matters, yes. But when you talk about who was the best player on any given day and who complements that with the hardware, it's going to be Jordan. You can't get around that.
That was a great breakdown. Great.
Appreciate that.
Go ahead and mute yourself, Travis. You keep echoing. But anyways,
thank you, my brother. Motherfuckers, you.
Anyways,
you didn't say
for Travis and his advanced stats. The advanced stats is not a great metric to use, anyways, because it's generally is what you have done on your team. It's compared to your teammates. Michael Jordan has
warp base.
So apparently, what he does according to his teammates is going to be higher than anybody because he sucked up all the energy from everybody. So of course he's going to have the highest.
That's compared to everyone in the league, not his teammates.
What he does, like, of course he's going to high because of what he does. And the PER, it has weird metrics where you literally put a offensive rebound higher than a 3-pointer made. So PER is a horrible, terrible advanced stats to use. Terrible advanced stat to use. I don't know why it's called.
You don't like numbers?
Player
You don't like
efficiency
numbers now?
because I like numbers. If we want numbers, you got to look at what they did on the court.
There was totals.
Like you can say he has. He can say he has the highest points per game, which is great. He averaged 30 points a game in a regular season, but he does not impact the game like LeBron, because LeBron averaged more assists, and he has higher rebounds as well. Blocks
he objectively does impact it more than LeBron.
And then when we go to totals, LeBron wipes him off the floor in the regular season and the playoffs. It's not even close. Averages is about even. LeBron gets the edge in averages, shoots higher percentage all over the floor. He's except on the free throw line.
Not all
LeBron
over.
James, he only has the free throw line for Michael Jordan when we talk about shooting. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, effective field goal percentage, true shoot percentage is LeBron James. LeBron James has won everywhere he went. Michael Jordan has not won everywhere he went. Michael Jordan couldn't even make it out the first round without Scottie Pippen. He played a third of his career without Scottie Pippen. A third of his career is all losing seasons because he didn't have Scottie Pippen. LeBron James has made the biggest impact. LeBron James has made the biggest impact on the court than anybody in NBA history. LeBron James has went to 10 finals. I know you guys like to say that's not an accomplishment, but making it to the finals is a lot better than not making it to the finals. LeBron James won 4 titles and made it to 10 finals. 4 more finals than Michael Jordan, 2 less titles than Michael Jordan. But still, LeBron James has won more in his era than anybody, made it to the finals more than anybody, more MVPs than anybody, more finals MVPs in his era, which is the era full of the most athletic players of all time. Can we say that about Jordan? No, we cannot say that about Jordan.
Yes, you can.
Michael Jordan, his last 5 years, field goal percentage and points per game decreases, and LeBron James continues to show how great he is in year 21. LeBron James has had the greatest career than anybody who ever walked on the basketball court. It's not even close. It's not even close. The only person you could say is close is Bill Russell because he won 11 titles. That's the only person who we say is close to LeBron James on the basketball court is Bill Russell. We could not say that for Michael Jordan.
They just did. Objectively did.
Objectively, subjectively, you mean. Objectively, if you don't go by numbers, it may be Michael Jordan. If we don't go by numbers.
I just gave you a bunch of numbers.
He don't like those numbers.
I gave you the numbers which measure your productivity and your impact objectively. It's not subjective. It's objectively. He objectively was a better player.
Which go ahead. Go which one?
So you have a better impact. Your box plus minus directly impact. The only one that is relative to your teammates is VORP, which LeBron has, and it's that's a cumulative all-time stat. That's the only reason why LeBron has it. If we're talking about that, Mike has 2 of the 3 best VORP seasons of all time, and that's not even close. We're talking about box plus minus. We're talking about
Hold up. All right. So you're saying his box plus or minus. When was his box plus or minus the highest in his career? What season?
He said VOR.
I could look that up. Probably 93 or so, 92, 93 during the three-peat. Probably. It's still higher all time than LeBron's. LeBron's not even second or third.
Let me go ahead and give it up when Michael Jordan had the highest.
Don't use your kids as a medium to make us feel sorry that y'all.
Also, win shares per 48 is more telling than almost any of those, and Jordan's number 1 with a bullet there, and LeBron's not even top 5.
Look at they try to use their kids to sabotage your play.
When we're talking about total overall career,
we said according to his era, his advanced stats is the highest, of course. And like I said, Michael Jordan, his highest in his career. I mean, you got to beat yourself. Whoever.
Oh, sorry.
All right, Michael Jordan, of course, his highest was when he didn't win titles, because it measures what you have done with your teammates. And when he have the most usage rate, he was not winning, which was in 1988. Besides, 1991, he had his second, and 1989 was his third. VORP sort of the same way. Offensive box plus or minus, defensive box plus or minus. All of his advanced stats that was at his highest was when Michael Jordan was not winning.
That doesn't matter.
When Michael Jordan was winning, that's when he took a dip in his advanced stats, because when you're actually playing team ball, you cannot do everything on the court. That's why they had to recalculate how things were done when Russell Westbrook had the highest PER. They had to recalculate everything because it was off the charts.
No, but not only that, LeBron James out of the 20 advanced stats has 11 to 9 over Jordan. Jordan has PER, win shares per 48, box plus minus. LeBron James has VORP, he has win shares, and he has the true shooting. So all the other factors will go to LeBron James. Like, you guys don't want to count that. So if we're going to use advanced stats, Jordan does not have more advanced stats than LeBron James.
Sure he does.
No, he doesn't.
He literally does.
No, listen, all 20 stats that exist for advanced stats, LeBron has 11 over Jordan. That means it's 11 to 9. And if it's
what are the 20 advanced stats?
Go look it up. The same 20 stats that y'all go look it up. Y'all gonna say the other stats don't matter, but they do matter.
That's why turnovers don't matter. So we get to choose.
I didn't say turnovers. I never said turnovers don't matter. I said turnovers don't mean it's bad, but y'all were trying to make it seem like it is.
He just asked y'all a question. Y'all got a whole tangent about it. Doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean
true shooting percentage is a fraudulent stat, by the way.
What is
PER? So is PER.
True shooting percentage.
So is box plus minus.
PER is the worst.
So is box plus minus. They had to change the stat.
First time I need to be dipping. I'm gonna get my
box plus minus is horrible. They had to change the stat. That's how horrible the stat was. They had to change it because they didn't like the results. That's complete subjectivity.
So the people who created it changed it.
Yes, okay. That's called subjectivity. That's subjectivity. If you don't like the results of something you created, so you changed it. That means it's subjective. You want it to be more personal, not actually objective. Because then if you would just accept the results.
Or they just saw how it could be improved and they did it.
No, all it needs to be improved because now somebody's proving that it's too great. Now you don't want Westbrook to be great. So now you're gonna change it.
So for one thing, with the advanced stats, I used to look at advanced stats a lot till I started looking at the formulas. They add in certain subjective numbers to increase certain values over other values. All of it is subjective in advanced stats. All of it.
I know what's not subjective. Michael Jordan trophy.
Listen, let me tell you how advanced stats get y'all so caught up and exposed.
I don't care for it. You know I don't care.
I know you don't.
Use it.
Now LeBron James, LeBron James and Michael Jordan averaged 0.8 blocks per game. Yeah, Jordan averaged 0.83. LeBron averaged 0.77, something like that, 0.76. But it's rounded up to 0.8. If we go by the advanced metrics of blocking rate, LeBron James averages more. His rate of blocking shots is more than Jordan. So his effectiveness of blocking shots by the metrics would say LeBron James is more effective at blocking shots than Michael Jordan.
I mean, he should be. He's 6'9", 260. I would expect him to be.
That's why those stats don't matter. We go by the normal stats. The only stats Michael Jordan have over LeBron James
I expect him to be
is points per game, it's steals per game, they're tied in blocks per game. And
so it's a tie. They both got two more
and
than
free throw shooting. And after that, LeBron James has rebounds, assists, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. So if we count all of it, LeBron's even on, and we're not even counting the totals, because when it comes to totals, Jordan don't have nothing but steals in the regular season. He has nothing in the playoffs. So Jordan does not have more stats, accolades, and achievements than LeBron James.
See, but that's the thing. That's why I say that's why I made my thing about the average, because you got to play a certain amount of time to get the certain amount of stats. The average, he averaged two steals per game for 15 seasons.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as he's third all time and steals.
No, you got to think about it like this. Jordan played 1,000 games and he backed up over 2,300 steals. That's why he averages 2 points. That's how he has 2.3, Ralph. I mean, Craig. That's how he has 2.3. That's how he averages 2.3.
It's easier to say 2.3 for 15 seasons and say with 1,000 games he got 23.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's all we're trying to tell you. That's what I'm saying. In 1,000 games, Jordan has 24,000 field goal attempts. Nobody in NBA history has that at 1,000 games.
Goat shit, man. Like I said, he got his jersey retired on a team he never played for.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But
he got a trophy named after him.
He's a very popular guy. He's a very popular guy. We understand that, Craig. He's very popular.
The NBA decided
he's very popular. We understand
that. LeBron employers decided to do this.
LeBron made history his last game.
Yeah, listen.
His employers decided to honor Jordan.
If we go off of popularity,
Jordan wins hands down. Hands down. But if we go back on the court,
that's the only
like Michael Jordan could never in his career score 40,000 points. He could never get 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists.
LeBron scores is history because nobody had ever done it.
And nobody can ever
every time he scores, nobody ever done it.
Like what LeBron done in the playoffs statistically, Michael Jordan could not even come close to it. Just like in the regular season, LeBron is statistically more dominant than Michael Jordan. He's done things that no one has done in the NBA.
And nobody. So Jordan, and it didn't take him 21 seasons to do it.
And what was that?
Well, Jordan's the only player in a season to win major awards. He won the scoring title. He won the All Defense. He was an All-Star. He was an MVP. He was a champion. No one ever done it.
How many times he did that? How many times he did that?
Twice.
He did that twice. So 2 seasons make Jordan go.
That's part of it. I said he did things. That's not only what he did.
What else?
There was
what else?
And I want to go to a comment where someone said about the scoring titles don't win you championship. Jordan is 40% in his titles to scoring champions.
Yeah, you bugging, B.
6 times he was a scoring champion. He won the title.
I mean, that's cool. Like, he shot the ball more than everybody in that league.
Who else done it?
I mean, but he made it more than everybody in the league too, though, bro. He made it.
I mean, he shot more than everybody. Like, that's okay. That's good.
All right. So, who has the most attempts in NBA? Who's the top? Who attempted the most shots in NBA history? Who's the top?
I don't even know.
You don't know that total?
No, I don't even know.
You know what? If you shooting 50% from the field, I don't give a fuck.
If we're just saying Michael Jordan 4 seasons makes him the GOAT.
No, I'm giving you. I can give you an accomplishment he did for every season he played. Like, come on, you.
Okay, what did he do all time better than somebody? All time better than somebody.
Score the ball.
What sets him apart all time better than somebody?
He scores the ball.
For instance, LeBron James is the only player to score 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists. No one has done that before. No one. Okay, so tell me something that Jordan did better than everybody.
Score the ball.
Score the ball. He did score more than LeBron James. So next,
he scored more against his contemporaries, the players he played against. Comparing
he has the highest average. How do you got the best score?
Carmelo has more total points than Michael Jordan.
Carmelo has
more points than Michael Jordan, right?
Carmelo has the most points in the 90s.
They both played 15 seasons together. Carmelo never outscored Jordan in a season.
Okay, but still, what did Michael Jordan do better than everybody of all time? We're talking about the GOAT.
He's the best scorer. He leads the league all time in points per game in the regular season and in the playoffs. He's the best scorer.
LeBron James has the most points in the regular season and the most points in the playoffs.
Again, he didn't average, so he's not the best scorer.
He has the most.
Earlier.
The most is the most. Okay, Aaron. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather have $32 million or $38 million? Which one would you rather have?
Man, I make both look like the same.
No, which one? You have to choose one. You have to choose one. Which one would you choose?
He don't want to answer that question.
It don't matter. It's 38 or 32.
It doesn't matter now. More doesn't matter now. We all know the answer. More is better.
It's like saying, would you rather fuck 32?
Because he would rather average more points.
Give me the rest of the question. You got to give me
more is better.
What?
More is better.
I would rather
not in every case.
I would rather make
more shots. That's not better.
I would rather make $27 million a year for 20 years than to make $30 million for 15 years.
Okay, that's cool. That's what you like in your pocket, but that ain't got nothing to do with the fuck.
No, I'm just saying the numbers say that. It's not what I like. It's the numbers. I keep telling. I keep telling y'all. Wait. I always tell you Jordan fans this. I don't tell you what I like. I don't tell you what I care about. That is none of your business. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk basketball. I don't care what you like, what you think, what you believe. What do you know? What did the numbers tell you? The numbers tell you Jordan's not the GOAT. That's facts. Your feelings tell you he's the GOAT.
No, you're talking about
narrative.
You bugging. You just killed your own argument.
Not bugging. That's why I say I'm bugging. But all I'm doing is exposing because all y'all do is talk about what y'all like. I don't care what you like.
We talking about the stats. We like the stats. We like the numbers that he put up.
The stats is not enough. He's not number one in no stats besides averages and points per game for the regular season.
You're the type to say somebody's number one in everything and has no championships, but they're better. They have no MVPs.
Who's that?
I'm saying that's something he would say. I said that's something he would say.
That's not how. How can I say something that doesn't exist? I don't make stuff
because you're minimizing. You're minimizing what Jordan did to say numbers. That's what I'm saying.
No one's minimizing Jordan.
Wait. I'm popping that fantasy bubble in your head about Jordan. That's what's the problem.
If I'm talking the same numbers you're talking, how is it a fantasy to me? But
Jordan is a globe to you. To me, Jordan is just a country. He's not the world. He's just a country. He's nothing to me. That's why you don't like that. He's nobody.
No, you not. Look. You can't tell me what I like because this is not what that's about. And all that shit you just said. So that you
exactly. So I'm not saying that. By the numbers, Jordan is not the GOAT.
What number? We're talking about championship.
Even the champions.
All right. So the numbers. So the
third championship is not the GOAT.
So him averaging the most points per game in the regular season and playoffs. That doesn't mean anything, right?
No, it means something, but it doesn't make it.
It means something. It's great.
And listen, this we gotta get more in the context. These things translated to certain accomplishments, right?
No, it didn't.
Oh
shit! What
did it translate to?
What 30 points the game translate to?
It translates to fucking to scoring titles, to MVPs, to championships. Every time he won a championship, he led the NBA in scoring. So if he does that,
wait.
Let me ask some question first.
Oh, by the way, his rookie year, he led the league in scoring too. His rookie year.
Okay. He had the most points that season. He wasn't the scoring leader.
That's my point.
Anyway,
that's my point.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Look, you don't
understand what you're saying.
Do you sit here and say as a rookie he led the NBA in scoring? You say no because that was totals. That wasn't average. That's the point I'm making.
So I have a question. So just because you're the scoring leader, that means you're the MVP and a champion?
No, what translates
is that what you're saying?
What translated from the scoring is championships. That's why with LeBron, we say, he had these great seasons. He don't have the big moments that we could remember. All these shits piled up with a playoff loss or a championship loss. That's the difference. We remember Michael Jordan shit because when we saw him on NBC, say motherfuckers ain't have cable, everybody was broke. When you watched him on TV that one time during the season, you saw him win. That's all we know is winning.
All right. So you're saying 6 titles makes him a winner, right?
Yes.
6 titles make Jordan a winner, right?
Yeah.
4 titles makes LeBron what?
A winner.
Okay, both of them are winners.
Hey, Brandon.
So I don't know.
But 6 finals losses make.
I know coming up.
If they're both winners, one more than the other one, so I'm more of a winner than you are, right? If they were both winners, but I win more than you.
Let John get in. Go ahead, John.
I know coming up in Chicago, we didn't feel like winners in 88. We didn't feel like winners in 89. We didn't feel like winners in 90. We couldn't get past Detroit. We didn't know what to do. We hated Isaiah, and Isaiah was from Chicago. So when you say all we know of Jordan is winning, that's the conclusion. When you talk about his fans who grew up on him, no, because we knew the losing too. So when we celebrate his winning, we celebrate everything, not just the 6 championships.
We don't mind that everybody loses early. LeBron didn't make the playoffs his first fucking
Not
year.
everybody loses early.
We don't.
LeBron
LeBron didn't make the playoffs, but why would I hold that against him? Because I know how hard the NBA is. So that's not an easy fucking feat to make the playoffs. So I don't hold that against him. I'll never bring that up and say, yo, he ain't do shit. But if you sit here and say Jordan lost in the first round his second year, it's like, okay, he just came off a broken foot. LeBron didn't even get that far. But I understand, just like your page right now, it didn't pop with thousands of followers right away. You had to build your shit up. Same way everybody does in the league. You got to build your shit up. But once he got to the top, ain't nobody knock him off of that shit. LeBron got to what's that's in all these effects.
Kareem won his second year. Kareem won his second year. Bill Russell won his first year. Magic won his first year. Bird won his second year. Jordan is not special.
Again, I'm not knocking losing. A lot of these motherfuckers won early.
He's a loser. He only won when the team that he had was the best team in the league. Jordan never.
Why do you? Who do you think tips that scale?
Jordan was on the best team. I mean, Jordan was on a team for 7 years without it being the best team. He gave you the best numbers of his career without him being the best team. It wasn't until he had the best team he won. Teams win.
Those players he had, he lost with. He lost with Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen in the playoffs. He didn't fucking win the first year he got there. He lost with them.
Again,
they weren't the best.
Jordan did not start winning.
You just said you ain't gonna hold it against them early in their career. Now you just holding it against Scottie Pippen.
No, I'm saying that a young Scottie Pippen. I don't blame him because Scottie Pippen wasn't the Scottie Pippen we talk about now. He was a fucking scrub back then. So I didn't expect him to go hold it against him.
Jordan wasn't the player then that you're talking about the way he is now.
Yes, he was. The players Scottie Pippen.
If he was the winner, why did he quit in '99 and keep playing? Why did he go to 8 championships? Why did he go to 8 championships?
Wait.
Why did he stop at 6? Why was 6 enough for Jordan? Why didn't he go for 7? Why didn't he go for 8? Why didn't he go for 9?
I don't know. I'm not fucking.
Because you only win when you have the best team, not because of your will or your stats or anything other than the fact that you have the best team on the court.
Yo, you know they weren't favored to win in '98, right? So they weren't No, they were not. They were not favored to win.
Every year that they won a
They were. I might be tripping. Correct me if I'm wrong. If they were,
I'm correcting you.
Okay,
I already did.
Okay,
they was the favorites.
But why?
Because they had the best team.
They had the best team.
Pippen fucking missed damn near half the season. So the person that tips,
he was fresh. He was fresh.
He missed almost half the season and still made all NBA and all defensive team. That shows you how great he was and how horrible the competition was.
Oh my goodness. Now the competition was horrible.
Yes, in 1998, the NBA was an expansion team. It had 2 teams that couldn't win more than 15 games for like 3 straight seasons. It had a bunch of teams that couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, expansion teams are fucking horrible. That's why they expansion. They get fucking good. They get the leftovers from everybody's team.
And the NBA created a rule that wouldn't allow Vancouver to get the #1 pick overall.
Let me ask Eric a question. Let me ask him a question. So if a team wins 72 games, are you saying that it was a lot of competition?
I'm saying that the person that led them is really good. I don't care about nobody else. I'm talking about what that person did. You're trying to bring other people down to raise Jordan up. I'm not doing that. I'm saying what Jordan does is more extraordinary than any fucking body else that's playing. I'm not talking about nobody else.
That the Chicago
what he did in the 90s was amazing. Yes, what he did in the 90s was amazing. It was great what Michael Jordan did in the 90s.
You want to talk about their competition? It's the same shit.
But they didn't win the championship.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah,
the team that won 73 games.
They rolled through everybody. They rolled through everybody until they got to the finals.
And then they met the King. And we have to tell you 73 don't mean thing.
Yeah, that's why he was first. What you got up there? First in points, first in rebounds, assists.
Yes. That's the 73
steals, blocks. Okay, yeah, that's
why
the
he didn't
one.
do that? His other six final series.
That was a great fucking series. That was a great series he played.
Actually, in 17 he did the same thing. They just lost.
Yeah, that's something that no one's done before.
But
that's something that no one's done before of all time.
He had averaged a triple double in the finals.
No, that's the 16 year, right? His icon 16.
Yep, 16.
Yeah, that was a great fucking year. That might have been his best fucking year ever. I'm not taking that away from him. This is what I'm saying. I don't have to say he didn't do shit for me to push Michael Jordan. I don't have to say that. LeBron had a great fucking year. We're saying that the champion. The thing that fucks LeBron, I'm gonna tell you what it is. That the championships aren't attached to a lot of shit. That's why the sneakers, everything we think about is a championship attached to it, or it's a moment attached to it. LeBron doesn't have these big moments.
So are you saying that only 6 years matter for Jordan?
No,
only 6 years matter for Jordan. That defensive player of the year do not matter. That defensive player of the year don't matter because it's not attached to a title.
Listen, that's icing. Listen, that's icing on the cake. Just to top off, he was a champion, and he did
icing on the cake.
Yes.
So it don't matter. He didn't win that year. But it matters when LeBron James don't win.
No, listen, I said before Jordan won his first chip, losing, I don't care. You lose, you fucking lose. I expect you to lose. Just like everybody here that gets a job, we start at the fucking bottom, work our way up. But once we get to the top, we don't let go of that shit. I would assume everybody in here, you get a great position, you ain't gonna fuck it up. I'm saying when Jordan got to the top, he got his ass bust every year before that, but he still killed. He wasn't the reason they lost, but they got their ass bust. When he got to the top, he did not lose again. He kept that title.
He lost in 95.
95
again, if you want to look, if that's your
own. Are we just ignoring Washington too, right? We just ignoring Washington, right? No, don't count.
He don't want to count.
I'm saying I'm not gonna sit here and say you're not the GOAT because you only played 17 games after retiring for a year and a half. I'm not gonna say that.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That I don't expect somebody that played another professional sport for 1 year and a half to come into the best league in the whole entire fucking world and just beat somebody with a totally you're coming off the street.
So why did he go on a recruiting spree in that summer to get his team to be a better team instead of making
who did he recruit?
Dennis Rodman, the All NBA player and the defensive. I mean the All NBA
Rodman was traded for fucking Will Purdue. Do y'all remember Dennis Rodman before?
He was traded because Michael Jordan
Dennis Rodman when we got him. When the Bulls got Rodman, he wasn't the Pistons
the Bulls that Dennis Rodman would be available. Matter of fact, he made Dennis Rodman actually demand a trade.
Even if he gets Dennis Rodman, right? You still have to produce and win. I don't give a fuck who you get. LeBron.
When you got the best players on the team, you can do that. You already have Scottie Pippen, who's an MVP candidate. Then you add you add an All NBA and the best rebounder in the league. Then you add the best player that's the international player that's on the team. What are you talking about?
Is that 4 Hall of Famers to Johnny? Is that 4 Hall of Famers right there?
4 Hall of Famers.
Okay,
These are homegrown people. You're gonna punish somebody for drafting now.
It's not drafting.
Who was drafted?
They didn't draft
Only person who was drafted is Jordan.
Michael Jordan didn't want
Tony, and Scotty.
Michael Jordan
was drafted by Seattle.
It don't matter. He got there. It don't matter. He's there. It don't matter.
Matter of fact, Jordan was only playing because Jordan wasn't there. If Jordan would have stayed,
you broke up. Say it again. You froze up.
That's because his internet tired of his lying. That's why it's broken up.
That's the fact.
Wait. Start over. Your shit went out.
The Bulls were trying to get Kukoc on the roster since 1990. They were sending Michael Jordan tapes and sending Michael Jordan to go overseas to go talk to him, to bring him to Chicago. Jordan wouldn't do it. It wasn't until Jordan left that Kukoc said, you know what? I'll come to the Bulls now. I'll come play with Scottie Pippen and them. Scottie Pippen said it himself. He said, we couldn't get no free agents while Michael Jordan was there. Soon as
is he recruiting or not? Make up your mind. You just say he's
I said he recruited in 95. I said
you still have to produce. I don't give a fuck who comes there. You still got to produce.
And
You're making a big deal out of a one player.
Michael Jordan was producing in 87. It didn't lead to winning. He was producing in 88. It didn't lead to winning.
And LeBron was producing too.
And in 1996, Jordan was not producing nowhere near what he was producing prior to his NBA career, and he was still winning the most because he had the best team at that time. There was no NBA team that had 2 NBA first teams and 3 defensive first team players on the roster besides the 1996 Bulls. That is called super team. That's called a roster. That is called a championship roster. Has nothing to do with Jordan.
Oh my! The MVP of the league has nothing to do with the MVP of the fucking basketball league.
Every league MVP isn't a contender.
Oh my goodness!
And every MVP,
they're not. No, they're not. But this one is. But this guy is. He's not. Everybody else
different. Yeah, he's different.
Yes, he's yo. Do you understand? You know what it is? We haven't seen anybody win consistently like that. This is why the 10 finals.
You never seen nobody win like that. You never seen nobody.
This era has not seen anybody win that much. That's numbers. That's a fact. Nobody
because there hasn't been just one team more dominant than everybody.
No, it hasn't been one player. It hasn't been
Jordan, and Jordan's never won the most. He doesn't have the most playoff wins. He doesn't have the most playoff series wins. He don't have the most championship wins. He don't have the most conference wins. He don't have the most division wins. He don't have the most regular season wins. He don't have the most winning seasons. What is Jordan the greatest winner?
Bro. What you're saying right now could apply to players that don't even fucking play.
Huh?
What you're saying right now. Listen. What I'm
Jordan
saying
doesn't play no more.
I'm explaining to you. When you say he doesn't have the most division wins, right? You say that a motherfucker that just stays in the league. Udonis Haslem can have more fucking division wins than Michael Jordan because he plays in the league longer. He's on that team. So if you want to say that, you got to credit that whole team with the shit you're talking about.
That's false.
How?
That's false.
Well, if you have to credit the whole team, well, why are you talking about titles?
Thank you.
Because he's the finals MVP. Because somebody leads you there. Just like when LeBron won in 2016, he led you to the fucking championship. That's why he was the MVP.
Why he only do it 6 times? Why couldn't he do it more than 6 times? I'm sure Michael Jordan
he wasn't good enough early on. I'm telling you that.
The years that he was winning MVPs and Defensive Player of the Year.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't get it done. He couldn't. I'm telling you, he couldn't get the fucking job done. That's the problem. He couldn't get the fucking job done.
I'm done. Hey, listen, I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here. You guys keep enjoying this show. I can't deal with these people no more. I have enough. It's like TikTok. I'm done with them. Everything is about.
He just left. He just left. We gotta get off anyway.
Yeah, we
gotta get off anyway. Yeah.
LeBron dominated for 21 seasons, and it's based on stats. But Jordan's stats, he didn't do anything. He was just playing basketball.
No one said that.
Greg, his stats does not translate to winning.
And so did LeBron's, but y'all praising LeBron.
We never said that. We never tell you guys LeBron's the GOAT because of winning. We keep telling you he's the GOAT because of the dominant stats.
He literally just said he wins everywhere he goes. He's the GOAT because he wins everywhere he goes.
He has won a title everywhere he went.
Okay, that's winning. What the fuck? Did you not just say that?
No, I mean Brandon was just saying the fact.
He said his stats doesn't mean that he was the best winner.
He's saying
that's
basically
what Johnny's
saying. That's the reason they won, but LeBron's dominated because of stats. That don't make any sense.
He said Michael Jordan. I could have sworn he said Michael Jordan's points per game.
You don't know what he's talking about.
He said something about his points per game doesn't mean that it led to winning.
And 38,000 points didn't win the 4 titles either, but that's all I hear now. 38,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. But with Jordan, 30 points, that didn't translate to winning 6 titles. So 10,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 38,000 didn't attach to 4 championships. So if 30 points per game is not that important, then 38,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists ain't that important either. Because it's just a stat. And stats don't translate to winning.
No one said that Jordan 30 points per game didn't matter. That's the problem.
He didn't say that. About Jordan. He said Jordan 30 points per game don't translate to winning. It's the Bulls. Okay, so LeBron's 38,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists don't translate to the 4 titles. So if his 30 points don't mean nothing, then those stats don't mean nothing.
Like I said, no one said his 30 points per game didn't mean nothing. You're the one saying that.
He said his 30 points don't translate to winning. I said, okay, then the 38,000 points, the 10,000 rebounds, the 10,000 don't translate to winning either. Because the 30-point guy did win more championships than the 38, 10, and 10 guy.
Yeah. In the 90s, he did.
Oh, see, that's why Jordan's the GOAT, because he's the GOAT because y'all trash his competition.
He's the GOAT for everything that
competition, who he faced. It's always who did he play with or who did he play against. But LeBron is just a stat. Look what he did. With Jordan
was praised for one championship. Jordan was praised for being the GOAT with one championship. Yeah, one championship. He was the GOAT. So,
and they were wrong to do that.
Nobody pushed back at it either. It was no pushback.
That's not my problem.
Go ahead, Travis.
So what are the qualifications to be the GOAT?
I don't know, because the stats, apparently it's the stats, but the stats don't translate to winning.
Can we let Travis go, because he's been trying to say something?
Okay, go ahead, Travis.
No, I mean, like I said, I feel like I've already broken down, and like all these things that we're going over is exactly why I have LeBron the second best player of all time, because again, he's not leading in really anything that you're going to say, okay, who's objectively the best basketball player on the court? Again, if we're talking about the established metrics that the NBA uses to determine these things, they're all listed up. It's Jordan across the board, except for like one. Nikola Jokic is like leading in playoff PER right now. If we're talking about the best scorer of all time, again, sure, LeBron has the most points, Jordan has the most points per game, regular season. Again, yeah, he shot more. But again, we're talking about who generated more wins, Jordan. Who generated more better plays on defense, Jordan. Made their team better, Jordan. Again, those are all objective things you can't get around unless you're like, well, I don't agree with the equation, whatever. No one cares. This is the established metrics that we're going by. You can disagree with them all you want, but at the end of the day, they're what measures. Jordan has more MVPs, more finals MVPs, more defensive accolades. Those are the only things that matter. Again, player of the month does not matter unless it translates to an MVP. Same thing with player of the week. That doesn't matter at all. Again, Jordan has more of those, more MVPs. So again, and we're talking about completing total resume. You can nitpick, but when we're talking about the top 10 players of all time, nobody clears Jordan as far as the major hardware, stats where it matters. LeBron has longevity, check, and he's consistent, 100%. But he's not a better player objectively than Michael Jordan in any measurable statistic.
The MVP is crazy because LeBron got 4
Y'all were just hammering about it. He was an MVP before he got to Miami.
I have
Don't
no
say
problem
it's
with
a
that.
bullshit.
LeBron got 4 MVPs, and that was by 28. He didn't win another MVP out of
4 and 5
28.
years.
And he was still the best player in the league. I don't understand that. Someone chose not to let him win 5 MVPs at least. He still
they didn't want to vote for him.
There was never a year that he was robbed. I don't think.
In 2018, he should have won.
Should he have though over Harden?
Yeah, you can go back and look at the numbers Craig want to talk about. He was number one at all. He played 82 games that year. I mean, you can't be. I mean, it's not even an explanation to why he didn't win MVP that year. Besides, they wanted to give it to James Harden because they felt like one of them Steph Curry years, James Harden should have won.
Yeah, they basically gave him that MVP because he deserved it in 2015. That's one of the main reasons he got that MVP that year. But I know.
I mean, Jordan was robbed. Jordan was robbed in '89 and '90 of MVP, right?
Dude, I mean, Jordan and LeBron should have had more MVPs. Period.
Yeah,
but still going by NBA awards. Like still going by NBA awards, LeBron has more NBA awards than Michael Jordan. LeBron has more points than Michael Jordan. LeBron has more rebounds than Michael Jordan. More assists. More All-NBA teams. More All-NBA first teams. More All-Star games. Like LeBron has a lot more over Jordan than Jordan has over him.
And what LeBron has over Jordan
is
for a
career
to playing seasons played.
It's
what
due
Jordan
to his NBA career.
What Jordan has over LeBron has to do with particular achievements, not because you played this many seasons.
Achievements. LeBron has more awards than Michael Jordan, NBA awards.
Like, he got more Player of the Month awards. Yes, we get it.
He has more NBA awards. I don't care about what you guys talk
Player
about.
of the Month
NBA
award.
awards.
Let's get
NBA
specific.
awards. He got more of those too.
Specific.
He has more of those too.
More Player of the Month awards. That's
he
the
has
only
more of those
award
too. He has more of those too.
But we also pretend like LeBron just has more stats better than Jordan. LeBron's stats has been better than Jordan for the last 5 years. I mean this just didn't start this year.
I mean, what argument are you making with stats with LeBron? I don't understand this argument you're trying to make, Travis.
Because if you go,
I don't understand the argument you're trying to make. Does he have more points per game?
Stats. He has more points, more steals. He was better when he retired a Bull. He was shooting a higher percentage than LeBron. Again, and that was
career. Who shoots a higher percentage? For an NBA career, who shoots a higher percentage?
LeBron by 0.5%.
Thank you. That's all I have to say. LeBron James shoots a higher percentage.
So
3-point percentage. Effective field goal percentage. Shoot percent. Like it's LeBron James. It's LeBron James.
So did LeBron James pass Jordan in year 16 or 15 in scoring?
Repeat that.
What year did
16.
LeBron James pass Jordan?
16.
And how many seasons Jordan played?
15.
15.
My point exactly.
What about
do you know why? Because
what about
do you know why? Because he did more than just shoot the ball. Those assists, he generated way more points than Michael Jordan on the court.
And he took away more. He had the most steals. He had more steals at the time.
You realize he passed.
Yeah, he has more steals. He has more steals.
He had
Who has more rebounds? Who has more assists? Who generated more points?
He took 1,200 less shots when he passed Jordan in points.
Simple as that. We're not gonna erase LeBron James years because Michael Jordan decided to quit
he's
all those times.
For a reason.
Because Michael Jordan decided to quit all those times. We're not going to erase those years from LeBron James. LeBron James has way more stuff over Michael Jordan.
But it didn't translate to more championships. That's what we're saying.
It translated to more titles than anybody.
No, it did not.
More finals MVPs than anybody. More MVPs than anybody in his era. That's what it translated to.
He don't have more. He don't have more championships than Steph Curry.
Do he have? Do Steph Curry has 5 titles?
LeBron don't either.
So are you saying? So who has more than 4 titles?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Who has more than 4 titles since LeBron came in the league?
Nobody. Just Steph has 4.
All right, then. So he has more than anybody since he came in the league.
He beat him. He beat him more times than he beat Steph.
Okay, he has more finals MVP than anybody came win his era. He has more MVPs, and he's an all-time leading scorer.
LeBron got 4, right? Got 4 MVPs, right?
And he's top 5 in points and assists of all time.
Now it's all time. Before everything else is of his era, but now it's all time because that benefits you.
And of all time, in his era, he's been to more finals. No one's won more than him. More finals MVPs. What LeBron James has done in his era is more than anybody has done. In this era. Just like Michael Jordan doesn't have the most titles. Just like Michael Jordan don't have the most titles, but he has the most in his era.
Yes.
Same things goes.
Yeah, but nobody else. Nobody else want. Listen, what we're saying is LeBron lost 4 championships to somebody. Somebody else is tied with him that played in his same timeline, his same prime timeline. Another guy was pretty good and won 4 championships. 3 of those were against you. That should
I have a question.
And that should kill your whole competition argument because no one got Steph in top 10 and he beat LeBron 3 times in the finals. No one puts him in the top 10.
That's because Steph Curry was never the best player on the court on his team versus LeBron. That's probably why people don't have him there. That's why people don't have him there. That's why people don't have him there.
3 times in the playoffs, they don't have Isaiah top 10.
Yeah. Are we gonna say Isaiah's better than Jordan?
Isaiah who?
Okay. Thank you.
Exactly.
I forgot.
That's all I needed to know.
I forgot. You probably wasn't born when Isaiah Thomas was playing.
Cut it out, man. I don't know no fucking Isaiah. Even the book of Isaiah, that's no fucking better than Michael Jordan. That's why I said who you talking about.
So why are you talking about Steph Curry's the same as LeBron James then? Because you said he beat LeBron more. You said he beat LeBron more, right?
You said who has more? You said who has 4 championships just like him? I said Steph Curry has 4 championships. He's won in the same era as LeBron James.
So
He has won
He's never won as more. Just like Scottie Pippen has 6 titles.
Yeah.
No one says that he's a better winner than
because
Michael
on that
Jordan.
team, he wasn't the leader. He wasn't the MVP at any of those
Steph
finals.
Curry wasn't the best player on his team.
No.
He didn't win one Finals MVP while he beat LeBron. Not one time did he win Finals MVP.
No, but it wasn't like he was putting up 10 points and 4 fucking assists.
Not one time did he win Finals MVP. That means he wasn't the best player on his team.
Well, that means LeBron wasn't the best neither, because that nigga lost. If he ain't get the award, if you say Steph ain't get the award and they won, he not the best. But you're gonna say LeBron ain't win the game or get the award, you're gonna say he is the best. Now I don't know what the fuck to say. I guess we just.
He's the best in what? He's the best in what?
It can't be anything because he didn't win a Finals MVP. He didn't win one either. Oh yeah, he did one. I'm sorry, he did win 16. I take that back. He won 16.
Gentlemen, it's almost noon. I got to bounce. You guys are awesome, though. Another fun day.
All right, Travis.
Yeah. Much love to everyone. Go enjoy some football.
Yo, enjoy your Sunday, bro.
Hey, you as well, guys. Have a good one.
All right, Steve.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna double team me, goddammit.
I mean, like, Aaron, like, have you ever had this much pushback on Jordan being the GOAT before?
Oh, nope. I just inhaled the chronic. Oh, Lord, my nigga. Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah. You got some people. Like I said, I don't think LeBron's fucking. I think LeBron's fucking great. That's why I said I don't want him passing the fucking ball. You that fucking good. I think you could make them fucking baskets, LeBron. You're that nigga. You're not gonna tell me you're not that nigga. I don't care about nobody else in that court. LeBron, you are that nigga. I want you to take us home. If you get me to the fucking promised land, finish it off. Don't give it to this motherfucker over here because I'm always saying, damn, what if my man would have took it? I can live with saying, LeBron missed it. That's the best fucking player. I'm going to live with that. Then somebody else in the fucking corner missed it because I can't get that back. I can live with LeBron.
So who had the most game winning shots in the playoffs of all time?
I saw a stat where it was LeBron, but they used like one shot.
Okay.
Listen.
It's LeBron.
But the stat I saw was they only used one shot per season with Jordan. So they had 15 shots. One from each year, some shit like that, compared to LeBron's totality.
No, LeBron has the most game winners in playoff history and the most buzzer beater winners in playoff history. So LeBron James has taken and made those shots.
No, remember that point.
At a higher percentage.
Remember the point I made earlier, right? And this is the big thing. I don't think y'all want to admit it. Is that the moment you could say LeBron had all these buzzer beaters? You could say he had 9, and a motherfucker might not be able to name none of them. But Jordan shits came in big moments when he hit that one in game.
What big moments have Jordan came in?
He has hit the game winner to win the championship in Utah. He had hit the game winner in game.
That's one.
He hit the game winner in game 1 and the 97 finals. He has the shot versus the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's first round. You can't count that. You
No. He's total. So he has 3 that you remember, right?
I'm saying moments.
You have 3 that you remember.
Say it again.
You have 3 that
I'm saying
you remember, right?
He hit way more than I'm saying the moments. I'm bringing up the moments. He had clutch baskets versus Utah, the flu game.
We're talking about game winners. We're talking about game winners.
Yes, I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying to you. Hear my point.
Mm-hmm.
All of these shots, they came with a moment or a chip behind him. LeBron could have 25 game winners. Say we give him.
I mean, you named 2 that came with a title.
I mean, he got 90. He got 92. He was clutch there. But
what game winner did he hit in 92?
You just saying years.
What game winner did he hit in 92? What game winner hit in 92?
I said clutch. I didn't say game winner. I said clutch. But even that.
Okay, so now it's different. It's clutch. Okay.
The game winners that we seen, they came in big moments.
But he's telling
you named 2 of them. You named 2 of them.
Say it's even 2. Say it's even 2.
You named 2.
Say it's 2, right? Say we got game 1 in 97 and game 6 in 98. Right?
Okay.
Moments, because it's not the norm to have buzzer beaters in big moments like that. That's fair to say, right? You got to get to that moment to even get to that moment. You feel what I'm saying? All these moments I'm talking about came with a title. That's the only problem. That's the only thing that's fucking LeBron up. Is all these.
Okay. So you named two of them. You named two, right? Are we correct? Okay. All right.
All right. That's a lot to hit two game-winning shots in a championship series. That's a lot.
Okay. Okay. So are you saying LeBron James shot over Kawhi Leonard with 20 seconds left in Game 7 of the Finals? Is that a clutch shot?
I would say that's clutch. That's clutch. I wouldn't say buzzer beater. That's clutch though. That's a clutch shot.
Jordan, you didn't name one Jordan buzzer beater in the Finals, did you?
I did. I named two.
He named one because there was only one buzzer beater.
I said 97. I said 97 Game 1 when he crossed Byron Russell and hit the jump shot on the left wing.
That wasn't a buzzer beater. By buzzer beaters, that wasn't a buzzer beater.
Yes,
that wasn't the end of the game.
Got the ball back.
B-Lee, that's the end of the game because I don't know what you're talking about.
Utah actually got the ball back. You know that, right? That's not considered a buzzer beater.
No,
that's not a buzzer beater.
All right. If
you want to say buzzer beater against
Utah, it's not a buzzer beater. Buzzer beater means at the buzzer.
That was a buzzer beater.
We say.
So you named one.
That was a
you named one.
Yeah, Game 1.
So you named one.
Yeah.
So one buzzer beater just makes Michael Jordan a better player. So one buzzer beater makes Jordan the greatest.
It's all of the buzzer beaters, whether they in the championship round or the playoff round, they followed up with a championship.
But you only named one.
The Cleveland one didn't follow up with it.
No, that one again. That was something that got him over the hump. That was the get me over the hump.
You know something? You double talk.
I mean, but you said all the Michael Jordan buzzer beaters led to a title, but you only named one.
No, I'm saying they were big moments. So again, LeBron, like for example, LeBron having that 2018 run, that was an amazing fucking run. But the reason most people won't remember it is because he didn't win a chip. So when you talk about
everybody remembers it. Everyone talks about it.
But it's not again. But it's not niggas to say, yo, but you didn't win, so it don't hold the same weight. Y'all know that. Unless y'all just being assholes.
LeBron James has won 4 other titles. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying LeBron James moments don't matter, but he won.
All these things he won 4. So all the shit I'm saying, Jordan won 6. So it's still I'm trumping that. I got something that's trumping that. Regardless how you slice it.
So you're saying that the more titles you win, the better the player you are.
No, I mean if you
he dropped out.
I mean, it's kind of hard to explain this, but let's see if he gets back on. Yeah, there you go.
No.
All right, so you're saying the more titles you win, the better player you are.
No, because again, you're going to try to compare that and say, well, somebody has 7. Robert Horry has 7, but we all know he didn't contribute the same as Michael Jordan. So we know he. So
the more titles don't make you a better player, right?
Listen. You know what makes you a better player. Not because Patrick McCall got more titles than Chris Paul.
What put Jordan in front of Kareem? Answer that question.
What's that? What puts him there?
What put Jordan in front of Kareem? Kareem got 6 finals. I mean, 6 regular season
MVPs. Titles and 6 MVPs.
Yes,
6 titles. What put him in front of Kareem?
Yeah, Jordan has 6 titles, 5 MVPs, and 6 Finals MVPs. Kareem wasn't the best player in all his championship series.
Which ones he wasn't the best? Explain. Because the first one Magic won. Actually, Kareem should have won.
Yeah, they actually changed it. The Magic. Stern did it.
But he didn't. Whatever, however you want to slice it, he didn't do it though.
No, they actually changed it to Magic. If Kareem won it, they changed it to Magic.
Yeah, they actually changed the Magic at the last minute.
So Magic Johnson is in the books. It doesn't say a little line that says, "But Kareem, whatever."
So just F what actually happened. Okay. I just know how we going.
It's nothing to say that overrides that because that's in the books. He wasn't.
All right. So are you saying so you're saying that the more MVPs, the most finals MVPs, and the most titles make you the greatest player? Is that what you?
No, because you got to count that. You got to count the accolades, the numbers that come with it.
So stats matter as well in this conversation. If we're going to say something like, I know you don't have to say it, but Bill Russell, he would have had more than 6 finals MVPs if it was given back then. But Michael Jordan's stats trump Bill Russell, even though he has more titles, right?
Hold on, cousin. 1 second. Hold on.
Can you guys be quiet in there? Kal-El, be quiet. Is you coming back, Aaron?
Like, yeah, I got the same thing you got going on. Hold on.
No, I just didn't. I mean, I didn't understand what put him in front of Kareem. Kareem got 6 regular season MVP, 6 championships. He was the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. I don't know what put Jordan in front of Kareem.
Well, just like you said, like after Jordan's second title, they put him above Kareem when Kareem was superior in everything.
Everything.
Ever see?
Even in '93 when they just cemented him as the
you
GOAT,
know
Kareem
why they
was
did that in
superior.
Because they didn't see anybody in the modern era win 3 in a row. That's why. That's what and that too. Like, yo, fellas, I could debate all day with y'all. We can talk about the scrubs now. That's playing the scrubs back then. But there's certain shit that we can't even really phantom. Like, we seen back then. If we seen LeBron win 3 in a row right now, even though I'm not his biggest fan, I might go the fuck out like, yo, that motherfucker won 3 straight. Like, ain't nobody stopping him. That's what's like the hard part to phantom. Like, we try to minimize that when none of these other cats did it. You could say Bill Russell, but Kareem, Duncan, LeBron, even Steph, they didn't do that shit. And they did it with 2 different franchises. Remember, that 95-96 team, it was only Scottie Pippen. It was
So
only
if
Pippen.
we try, keep saying we trying to diminish Jordan while you diminish Bill Russell. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about.
I'm not diminishing. I'm just going to keep it. I'm just keeping it a buck. A lot of us, again, it was. How many teams was it back then? 4, 6, give or take.
It was 4.
Maybe 8. It might be 8. Between 4 and 8. We can get that right. Between 4 and 8.
Okay, so what that got to do with anything?
That again, the context of we don't really know the other players he played. It was only 2 rounds to get there, so you're not really having to do much. It's not held to the same degree, even though again they hold him in a high standard because of not just the accolades, but the civil rights and shit he did. That's why he's held to that. But none of us sit here. Before somebody says rings matter, no one will ever say Bill Russell is the best player in history. If I don't say nothing about rings, nobody brings up Bill Russell because nobody in there right now would ever say Bill Russell better than LeBron James. Nobody says Bill Russell better than Kareem. Shit, you might not say Bill Russell better than Magic.
I mean, a lot of people has Bill Russell as the greatest, and the reason people bring him up because they make this false narrative that Michael Jordan won the most rings of all time, which is not true, and that's Bill Russell.
No,
that's why Bill Russell is brought up.
We just say he hasn't lost when we say the 6. We're saying somebody went undefeated and at doing that. We're not saying he won the most. We're just saying that somebody did it and didn't lose while doing it with more games and more teams. That's all we're saying. I'm saying, nigga, what he did and get 11 chips, that shit is amazing. I'm not knocking it. But when you factor in those variables of more teams, more players, more rounds, when you have an opportunity to lose, it's different. We got to keep it a bucket.
It's harder when you're playing with less teams.
No,
it's easier if you play with more teams.
No, everybody there. Hold on, cousin. I gotta sit her down. All right, my bad, fellas. My daughter's
all right. So if the '90s were only 8 teams, would it be tougher competition or less competition?
No, I mean that's a hard hypothetical because now you
no, it would be so because all the best players on 8 teams. It would be tougher to win.
But now you're talking about modern. You're talking about modern rules and modernized game. We're not just talking about no 3-point line. So much shit was different back then. So much.
I mean, it's still less teams means tougher competition. Simple as that. Less teams gonna always mean tougher competition.
Say it again.
Less teams will always mean tougher competition.
I mean, depending on the kind of players you have. Like 4 of us in here, we all fucking whack. We just whack. But we go to a bigger platform. It's different. Now we got to go through more shit. If I just got to go through you and my man that running shit, it ain't that big of a deal.
So why would they put worse competition on those 8 teams if you got a pool of the best players? Why would you put lesser players there? That doesn't make any sense.
Wait,
You're going to put the best players.
Say it again. Say it again one more time. I was reading.
If you have 30 teams and you have to narrow it down to 8 teams, why would you put lesser players when you could put better players?
Because again, you're asking a crazy hypothetical where we got to say
that's not a hypothetical. That's just less teams. It's going to be more competition.
Listen, but again, we're talking about we know the competition. The game is modernized. It's a different. That's what I'm saying. It's different. The game is modernized. It's not the same shit as back.
You're diminishing that era still. That's what I'm saying. You're continuing to diminish that era by not giving them their credit. Bill Russell won the most in his era because he was the greatest in his era.
You're holding it really, really high, and it shouldn't be that. It should be held, but you're holding it high, and it should be.
Like Michael Jordan won the most in his era because he was the greatest in his era. We don't have to diminish other eras to say that Michael Jordan was great. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not again.
Michael Jordan just isn't the greatest winner of all time. That's all.
Yo, like I can't sit here and motherfucking defend my grandmother who was born in the 50s. I don't know that time to be talking. So you like the little shit that I can't sit here and motherfucking defend my grandmother who was born.
When we talk about the greaters of all time, we have to take everybody. We just don't stop at a certain time.
We're not there in the 60s to say, yo, this is the competition. We're not there to see that. We can see what's going on. We can't watch. Yo, we could watch 82 games of a team probably go on YouTube. We can't.
I mean, no one was watching 82 games of everybody in the 90s.
No, what I'm saying is we have more access now to see more shit.
Now, we didn't have that in the 90s and the 80s. We didn't have that in the 80s and the 90s.
You can see more games than you can see back in the fucking 60s.
Then again, you saying we couldn't watch everybody play in the 60s. We couldn't do that in the 80s and 90s either.
No, but you're able to see more. Even if you watch your team, if you watch your city, if you live in fucking DC, you can watch the Bullets play every other basketball team. You can watch that. So you can at least see that at the very least. You can see the team in your region, whether it's professional, whether it's collegiate, you can see that. We're sitting here arguing about some shit we don't even have that much access to be able to argue.
You're the one diminishing them. No one else is.
No, I'm saying it's a great feat, but I'm telling you, if you got 4 fucking teams, like if you're gonna argue that 4 teams because, oh man, that's the best players in the world, when you consider half the motherfuckers wasn't black, even with the ABA merger, I can't sit here and say, no, he's the best because he won with 4 teams. Ain't no.
And again, like I said, you're diminishing other eras. That's like there's no reason to diminish those eras. Michael Jordan just did win more than everyone all time. That's all we're saying. That's all I'm saying. He won the most in his era. Why can't we just say Michael Jordan won the most in his era? Why can't we just say that?
Because we're talking about the greatest. We're not talking about the best era.
He's not the greatest winner of all time. It's Bill Russell.
We're saying greatest player. I never said greatest winner.
You keep talking about titles. That's what makes Michael Jordan the greatest. Excluding titles, what makes Michael Jordan the greatest?
Titles are the ultimate goal. That's what we get into it for, right? We play in rec leagues, whatever it is. We try to win a championship, right? That's the ultimate goal, right? And whatever we do in between that is icing on the cake. We got to do whatever we got to do to get to that point. If I got to average 35 for 82 games, I got to average 35. If I got to average 18, we do what we got to do.
Okay, so outside of titles, what makes Michael Jordan the greatest?
I just told you his accolades, his game. He does it better than anybody.
He doesn't have the most NBA accolades of all time, though.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not.
Who has more than him? Whoever's in the backstage, I'm gonna put this link back up. It's because it actually shows the trophies that LeBron is in third place with 18. Mike got 37. Magic got 19. And I can read them to you. I can tell you what LeBron got. LeBron got 4 NBA championships, 4 finals MVPs, 4 regular season MVPs, 3 All-Star game MVPs, 1 rookie of the year, 1 scoring title, 1 assist title. That's what he has, which is fucking amazing. Scoring
title isn't an accolade.
It's not an accolade. The NBA does not list scoring titles as accolades.
That's the gap right there, because you want to talk about the 10 scoring titles.
We don't.
It's not an accolade.
We don't say somebody's the rebounding leader. We don't give them that title. Or am I bugging?
It's not an accolade.
The NBA does not. I'm gonna pull up what the NBA lists as titles. Okay.
Okay.
And the picture you talking about is something a fan made.
Can I substitute that with accomplishments? Is that a better word for y'all? So y'all could try to get LeBron in there. Y'all rather me say that
We're
word?
not trying to put
No,
LeBron in there. We're just telling you.
I mean, we're
We
not. We're
basing things
just
off your
saying
work.
what the NBA states. Yeah, we're just saying what the NBA states. That's all.
Yeah.
This is what the NBA states.
He got 6 chips, 6 MVPs, five regular season MVPs, 1 defensive player of the year, 1 rookie of the year.
The NBA states 94 total awards for Michael Jordan and 154 for LeBron James. That's what the NBA states.
Are you talking about player of the month?
That's what the NBA states. I'm not talking about any. I'm talking about what the NBA states.
If you sat here and said, hold on, I'm trying to see what else they got. Oh, if you sit here and you gonna say NBA player of the fucking week, if that's your argument, I just leave and say LeBron fans got it.
I mean, all I'm saying is this is what the NBA states. I'm not saying anything else.
He has more MVPs and not as many player of the weeks or player of the month. So what is that? So where's the math with that? He might not have got the most player of the weeks, but he has more MVPs than this guy that has more player of the weeks.
He has that, but he doesn't have the most NBA awards. That's what we're saying. NBA lists awards on their website. Michael Jordan does not have the most.
Again, if you want to sit here and say he's a sporting news, even Jordan got 7 of them. I won't count no fucking sporting news player of the year.
That's what the NBA counts. We're not. I'm not counting these myself.
So you want to count?
No, but you know,
don't want to count what the NBA says.
Certain shit in the street, man. Y'all niggas know what it is. Don't nobody sit here and praise anybody and say, yo, you got players.
Hey, hold on for a second. Reels, you have an echo. Reels have an echo. So I'm gonna let Reels come in and talk. So we can't talk when he's talking because something's wrong with StreamYard and Android phone. So Reels, go ahead and say what you gotta
say. Salute to the panel. Salute to the host. No shade to the old era, man, but there was a lot of rim running and a lot of hacking and a lot of undisciplined defense that got credit for being hard-nosed and toughness and all of that, when there's plenty of hard-nosed and toughness players of the 2000s, 2010s that you can clearly replace with all those plumbers way back in the day. I mean, you can take it as an opinion. You can take it as what you want to. We know it's the truth. It's no shade. Like, sometimes as people, we got to stop being so sensitive and stop taking things as shade or taking things as offensive and take it as the truth. You know what I mean? It's a grain of salt come with a grain of pepper before you get to cooking. So you always got to have the salt to go with the pepper. That's just how I look at things, as a yin and a yang. Jordan was, of course, the most dominant player of the 90s. It's not a lot of anomalies like, the expansion, watering things down. Recently, I seen on another channel, Jordan kind of put himself out there in a statement where he was kind of begging and kind of wanting to trade. Everybody said he just stayed down for the cause. He never wanted to trade. Yes, he did. Kobe went on the radio. He wanted to trade. I mean, everybody have their emotions, and when they lose, they up and downs. These legends, we just got to appreciate them while we here and try to judge what they do on the floor and not try to take everything too out of context. And when you just take the totality of a person's resume and their career, finals MVPs, trips to the finals, dominance every year in your conference, just being all around great on both ends, is LeBron James, hands down, man. It's no competition. He broke the all-time scoring record on a fadeaway jumper, man. In the post, man. Stop playing with me. Kareem took the ball and he handed it to him, man. That tall man said, here you go. You got it, man. You got it. You got it. You got to respect it, bro. He ain't even a scorer, and he got the all-time scoring record. He's still going. 32 double-double, man. He just dominated KD, bro. He just keep dominating, bro. And it's just a testament to his greatness. You just got to respect it while it's still here. Steph Curry, respect it while it's still here. A lot of great ones. We just got to respect it. But KD overrated, man. That's all I can truly tell y'all. The dude is overrated, bro. Look how old LeBron is, and he dominated him. The Rockets, great team. That's another team to watch out for. But when it comes to this Jordan and LeBron debate, you going to have the guys that love the 90s. They're gonna stick with Jordan. You got the guys that love the 90s and still do their research and see the evolution and can appreciate what the 90s and the 80s brung, but know that the 2000s and 2010s is the greatest era we've seen in the last 20, 25 years. Anywhere in the 2000s, early 2000s, all the way to now, it's just too great, bro. Too much athleticism, too much skill coming off the bench. It's just too great, bro. That's just my take on it.
I think you was completely right.
Good take. Yeah,
I think you was
good take.
completely right on a physical. A lot of people thought physical play meant better defense when it's not. It was just a bunch of hard fouls. I mean, if you can go left or right, they couldn't guard you in the 80s or 90s.
I mean, like last week I showed a clip of what I think it was last week. How they were saying that Larry Bird was better than I was it 2 weeks ago. Larry Bird was better than LeBron ever was in 1988, and we just saw him casually shooting wide open jumpers, walk into the hole in Game 7. In Game 7 of the playoffs, like that's the type of defense they played back then. So all this narrative that hand checking would limit LeBron James, but imagine LeBron James hand checking on defense. No one will be able to score. But man, good for everybody showing up. It's getting kind of late. We've been past 3 hours. So I'm about to go head off here and feed these kids.
Can I ask you one question before you go? Somebody said in the chat.
All right.
Who got
go
player
ahead,
of the
Eric.
week this week?
I don't even know.
That's because the shit don't matter to us. We don't keep up with shit like that. We wait for the end of the year to see what the real money is. We don't worry about player of the week.
Who got MVP in 1977?
Not sure.
All right, then. All right. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and end the show, guys. All right. I'll see you guys back next weekend.
All right.